Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and welcome to the Saturday Super Stream. I'm going to pace myself today. I was absolutely exhausted after this one last week. The second week now of the 1:30 start. So we are going to be looking at Coventry versus Watford. Second half. I have not seen the first half. Please, if you have watched, let me know how the first half panned out. It is Coventry 0, Watford 0 in the Championship. We also have a dearly departed game on the go as we speak. It is Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. When it gets to 3 p.m., we will be across all of those games down the bottom. What we will do is we'll pop Burnley and Brighton, just with our dearly departed hat on up there, because they really could screw the dearly departed, frankly. A certain result. There's already an 8-point gap, so ho-hum. And I'm going to have Ipswich there on the laptop, and we'll do Soccer Saturday. So for the Championship games at 3 o'clock, I'll be relying on you guys in the chat. Just one point of order. I was sweating like anything last week. I've got the fan on. Do let me know if you can hear the fan coming through the mic and whether it's irritating or not. I will turn it off, but I could do with it being switched on. I've gone for short sleeves as well. I'm under two big lights here. Let me know if you can see me and hear me loudly and clearly. There is Will Hughes and João Pedro warming up. Sky are going to be coming back for that one. So what we will do, let's just quickly have a look at the state of play for the dearly departed. We'll just see how Aston Villa are going, and then we will dive in to your comments and all of that good stuff just before the half starts. So Villa 1-0 up. I think I saw the goal. Was it a big deflection? Ollie Watkins after 2 minutes there. Big chances, 1-0, 2 shots to 1 on target. Doesn't look like there's much in that one. There's your Villa team. Martinez, Cash Cons and Mings, Target, McGinn. Nakamba in for Douglas Luiz. Traore back over El Ghazi. Barkley, Grealish, Watkins. For Arsenal, Ryan starts. Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel, Suarez, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Lacazette, and Aston Villa lead 1-0 in that one. Let's have a look and see the state of play in the game that we're going to be looking at the second half of now. We'll do the numbers first and then we'll rattle through the teams. The numbers tell me Coventry 9 shots to 4, 2-1 on target, 51-49 on the possession. The one big chance, looks like Coventry had the better of the first half. I will read your comments as Cisco is giving instructions to Troy Deeney, or is Troy Deeney giving instructions to Cisco? I'm joking. Right, here are your teams. Morosi in goal for Cov. Rose, Ostigard, Hyam, McCallum, DaCosta, another different fullbacks, past the last couple of games. Alan Hamer, James, O'Hare on good form, Biamo. Now, I don't believe for 1 minute that Watford are playing a 4-2-3-1. Is it just that the SofaScore algorithm has picked up Troy Deeney dropping off a little bit? I'm pretty sure it'll be a 4-4-2, but let me know in the chat. Backman and Ngakia, Ekong, Sierralton, Messina across the back. It's always the same back four under Cisco. Chalobah, Cleverly. So we don't have this weirdness now of Hughes, Chalobah and Cleverly trying to be fit in 3 central midfielders into 2 positions, which Cisco had tried. Sema starts. I like Sema. I think he's a good player. Sarr is obviously a very good player. Deeney and Gray up top, and goals still at a premium. I'll go to comments in just a sec. Let's give a big shout out to David, a Watford fan indeed, fan of the channel, happy to support great content. David is our SuperStream fan sponsor as ever. Let's get through this because they're about to kick off the second half. Super chat any point during the broadcast. First super chat becomes the king of the bin. Patreon, looking good over there. Everything moving forward nicely on Patreon. Think about going and subscribing there. And of course, if you're watching YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, then hit the thumbs up button. There are all our games. Obviously, Swansea-Norwich is complete. Coventry, Watford and Villa, Arsenal are both live. None of the rest have kicked off. In fact, we won't even have teams for another 25 minutes. As ever, get the teams in as they come at 2 p.m. And waterlogged pitch at Barnsley. That pitch has been heavy for a good 6 weeks or so. Loads of rain in Yorkshire. Well, all really. It's poor old Derby as well. Rotherham losing the game on the Tuesday night to rain and then losing the game to the Millers literally on the Wednesday night. Right. We are into the second half. We'll do a time sync. I'm 45.50 at the moment. Let's just say hello to you guys here. And let's do a big thank you because there you have it. Look, back the bloom, says Jim. Thank you very, very much. A super chat for Jim. He is the king of the bin. Maybe we could put this guy in it. I'm going to read a bit of that because he said, congratulations on 40,000 subscribers. It's a great achievement. We've got the best channel anywhere. I have all of the best subscribers. Here come Watfordini. Oof. Wasn't paying attention there, was I? Let's quickly say hi to Chris and David, our sponsor, Alex, Liam, watching his beloved MK Dons as ever, this super stream. Alex, we already said hello to. There's Leeds, Owen, Jeff, Luke, Noah, Joel, Ben. Paul says you haven't missed much. There we go. First half, Cov, we're better than us. There we go. A self-aware football fan. That's why we love. That's why we love the comments here. All I can hear is an Ipswich fan. There we go. What else have we got here? Watford midfield getting overrun. We will keep an eye out for that. Hi and thanks again to Jim for the super chat there. Anir, yeah, Chris says 4-4-2. I didn't believe that as soon as I saw it. That's a poor Boris impression. I can only do Ringo Starr. Dan will give your time check in a minute, buddy. Hamza, I think, is doing like an Irish accent there, but I'll get cancelled if I read that in an Irish accent because no one's allowed to make a joke about anyone's accent anymore. Right, I'll give you a time check. Who was it asking? Dan, for 48 minutes. So I'm going to be at 48 minutes and about 6 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, sink. Free kick goes in from Watford, headed away. Sarr, who's probably got that in his locker if it's on his right foot, tries the 30-yard volley with his left foot and smashes it over the crossbar. Let me know how you think this afternoon's going to pan out. Let me know which game you are watching and what your expectations are, for goodness sake. Luke, you legend. I haven't got anything to drink to you. Bring back the fans. Yes, please. I saw a graph saying that all of the vulnerable groups will be vaccinated by April 7th. Someone made a really good point in the chat the other day. Will it be... No, it was actually on a podcast I was on that Millwall podcast I was on the other day. That will they aim for the playoffs because they can police it? It's Wembley and they'll have the Euros. It's like a dry run for the Euros, isn't it? I've got a can here, but I dropped it and it's done that funny thing on the bottom there. So I'm a bit concerned. Hamer there forward into the box. Not really a big chance. Drives it low left-footed. It was flicked on by Biamu. Poor ball from Chalobah. O'Hare knocked it off to Hamer. Edge of the box. Yeah, it's straight at Backman and easily saved there. Another South Yorkshire team running scared of the massive Derby County. Stop it, Iain. Yes, Derby fans are thinking that Mother Nature is against them this week. I understand their frustration. Nodded down by Gray and cleared. 49-58. Good effort in the Villa game up there. Looked like Traore on the replay that I saw. Do you think there'll be fans at the Euros? I do. I actually do. Just have a look at the American sport. Even if they're socially distanced, I think they'll be working on that right now as to how they can do it. Even if there's, 5% occupancy or something ridiculous like that in those massive stadiums. I think they're really going to be working towards that, aren't they? And maybe those playoff finals at Wembley might be, huge stadium. It's, a neutral ground as well. Crossed in by Da Costa from the right. Sierralta clangs his left foot at that and shanks it out for a corner. Coventry 0. Watford 0. Welcome to the Saturday Super Stream. 12 minutes in. Good luck if you're going to try and stick with us all afternoon through to 3 o'clocks. Remember, things get a bit spicy. God, do you remember last week from 4 minutes to 12 minutes, we got a goal literally every minute for seemed like quarter of an hour, didn't it? For goodness sakes. Corner driven in for Coventry. Big, huge, long ranger there from Sam McCallum, well wide by the left back on loan at Norwich. Speaking of Norwich, it opened up for Watford actually at the top of the table yesterday. Let's bring up the live league table, which will no doubt change 100 times in the next couple of hours. But as it stands, a Watford win would put them on to 50 points. And there'll be 1 off Brentford. Obviously, they play at 3. 3 off Swansea and 5 off Norwich. So could be worse, couldn't it? If you look, a little slip from Watford and Norwich the past 2 games there. 1 point from 2. Watford have a chance here in this remaining 40 minutes to rectify that. Coventry, my standard of a point per game if you want to survive. They've met for over 16 games now. So they look viable, don't they, Coventry? And from what I can see of the 5 minutes or so I've actually been paying attention to this, they look very competitive in this one as well. Let's get back in the comments. Watford penalty bingo. I'm going 79th minute. Love it. Here is Morosi. Got my coffee ready for a late night watching. What time is it in Western Oz, Owen? What time are you going to be up to? Good luck to you, my friend. Good luck. Here is Sarr down the right for Watford. Knocked back to Ngakia. Nice looking ball in there. Looking for Gray. Cleverly into the box now. Cleverly to the right. His cross is charged down. And it's a corner. (53-45). Looks like Ismaila Sarr is going to take the corner from the right with the right foot. So outswinger coming. Sierralta, who's good in the air, is up. No, excuse me. It's going to be Sema with the left foot. Sarr's on the edge of the box. In it goes near post. Sierralta flicks a leg at it. And Coventry come away with Allen. Allen slides it down the line. Good ball, that. O'Hare. This is a good break by Coventry. Hamer. One more forward is Da Costa, edge of the box. Da Costa going into the box. That's excellent from Ismaila Sarr. Got his body in the way, did his tracking back there. And for such an exciting attacking player, good to see them getting their defensive work done as well. Someone's just posted a mocking picture. A Benjamin Bloom cosplay. Look at that. Unbelievable. I should probably retweet that, shouldn't I? There we go. $55.07 gone in this one. One would expect Ismail Assar will not be in the championship next season. Whether he'll still be in this country playing or not remains to be seen, but certainly you wouldn't expect him to do 2 seasons consecutive in the championship. Watkins in the fantasy team, Luke. Boom. Straight in there, even with the deflection. Comment of the day. Love the shirt, Ben. Dapper as ever. Speaking of dapper, I've had some real problems with my neck the last 2 days. And I had to have a lay down earlier with this like bag thing on it to stop the pain. So my hair is ridiculous, even more ridiculous than normal today. It all got squished up and squashed and then sprung out. So what are you going to do, hey? O'Hare knocks that back. Sorry, excuse me, it's Matthew James. Hamer, Coventry just playing around in the left back position in the end. Shanked out by Sam McCallum. I get the impression there's going to be 1 goal tops in this one. Peanuts putting this in the background since the Oldham game was... Oh, Oldham's been called off, has it? Another one bites the dust there. Not exactly... where was the other games? Barnsley. Not exactly Yorkshire. Oldham's Greater Manchester, obviously, isn't it? But still, the sort of northwest of the country. Click forward looking for Deeney. And through it goes. Let's go have a look at the benches here. Just see how either manager could affect the game. Philip Zinkernagel could come on down the wings. Will Hughes, it's just quality in the middle. João Pedro up top. Paritza is a bit more athleticism, although you should really have that with Deeney and Gray. And for Coventry, obviously Shipley and Gyökeres there can make a difference up top for them. Not too familiar with Fabio Tavares. Is he the guy they signed from Rochdale? That would be a debut as Ken Sema wins the corner. Would you braid the shave for cancer research? For personal reasons, it would have to be dementia, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. I'd rather just match the donations and give it to a charity and not shave it. But ho-hum, it's all about the charity at the end, isn't it? Too long, sat about not enough exercise and getting old. Maybe I need to send me your stretches, Ben. Maybe I need to do them. My missus struggles as well a bit with her neck. Swung in, headed away the corner. Hamer is going to complete the clearance. Nice ball around the corner from O'Hare. Biamu plays that forward for Allen to chase. Messina does well there. Some strength amongst these Watford defenders, isn't there? Deeney's got it in the centre circle. Referee Scott today did not deem that there was a foul, and Coventry play on. Ambitious ball from O'Hare there. First time just trying to play that in for Biamu. He certainly got it in his locker, as they say. Couldn't quite pull that one off. In good form, Callum O'Hare. Here is Troy Deeney. Bit of space down the left. Tends to do well in this state. I think he's a Birmingham fan, isn't he, Deeney? Here is Messina, the left back. Strides forward, plays that inside. Good play by Messina. Oh, Saar laid that off to Sema. Sema missed control, but they're going to reload here. And Gakia, nice feet, edge of the box, hits it left-footed. A bit selfish there. And Gakia, he had Saar as an option, Sema as an option. Both strikers ahead of him, and he elected to shoot. 10 minutes, guys, until teams come through. Here comes Da Costa. Da Costa slides that one down the line. Out it goes. Neck and upper back exercises. Sat down. I was trying earlier. Sacking Pearson could cost this club for years to come. Well, it hasn't worked out since, has it, David? I'll bow to your superior knowledge on all Watford things. Massage machine for... Okay. My missus goes to... Shaylee, you know her. Goes to... what's it called? The chiropractor who does your back? I can't do it, honestly. I'd just be there wincing. I'd tap out after about 3 minutes, I reckon. But you know what they say about the female-male pain threshold comparisons? We don't necessarily, us males, go through as much as our female counterparts do. So maybe my pain threshold is lower than hers. Lovely back heel by Deeney, in from cleverly. Really good tracking back by Matty James there. Gets that clear. Biamo and Chalobah wrestling for that one. And here come commentary on the break. Da Costa. That's excellent. That's really good play by Chalobah. Just shielding there. Receives the ball and plays it in to Messina. Messina clips that one forward. Sarr flicks it on. And Coventry win the throw-in off Andre Gray, who you'd imagine's probably got another 5 to 10 minutes max in this game before João Pedro or Paritza is going to come in. I miss your vlogs. Thank you, Maxwell. I'd love to do a vlog. We've done a few at the games we've been up to. Ipswich Town has tweeted, team news coming at 2 p.m. Now, I know the team already, and there's going to be a bit of a stink on the Ipswich Town Twitter, but you can wait another 6 minutes for that. Always fun on the Ipswich Town Twitter. We'll be keeping an eye. Ipswich versus Blackpool. Does feel like Mr. Paul Lambert is a decisive defeat away from losing his job, but it's felt like that for a fair old while there. Liam. Legend, and Liam called it about Chris Martin, actually, didn't he? Bristol City fan there. No better place to be on a Saturday afternoon, hoping for a City win. It is Bristol City and Cardiff in the big derby there, and we did catch the news of Chris Martin. I think Liam was he in the know on that one? He definitely told me before I found out otherwise, but. Yeah, Chris Martin out for the season. So as one door closes, another opens. Oh, big chance for Arsenal there in the Villa-Arsenal game. And they're just doing concussion protocol on Da Costa here, which I'm sure we're all happy to wait for, aren't we? Thank you very much, Liam. David, I nearly had a large bet on Gray to score any time. Why would you do that? David, tell us, what is wrong with that guy? Top scorer in the Championship for Burnley in, am I getting my years right here, 15, 16? Top scorer in the whole division. Played at Premier League level. Hasn't scored one goal in 15 months or something. Dan says the win for Villa will put them in 8th. Dan, they are about 30 minutes with the stoppage time away from the win. Jack Grealish with the trainer. That's not what you want to see if you're a Villa fan or an England fan. But he's hopped back up again. How do I know the team? We have a connection through our podcast. We normally get it, but obviously those of you who do know players, etc., you can't break that confidence, I'm afraid. No more Coldplay songs then for a while. And the hardest part. Nice. Actually, to be fair, that second Coldplay album, the white one, I quite like that one with Clocks and The Scientist and There's a great song called Politic on it, which is quite heavy, actually, for Coldplay. Mind you, a cup of tea is quite heavy for Coldplay, but you are what you are, aren't you? 7 players with long-term hamstrings. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Big long ball forward, flicked on by Deeney. Sema crosses low. Saar was arriving from the right. Good defending there by Cov. Do you know, I think I might, Dave. Just show of hands. I really do like this story, this narrative that they're telling. Well, it's not telling. It's real life. Tom Brady versus Pat Mahomes. It seems really good, fun story, doesn't it? So yeah, I might. What time does it start, and what time will I get to sleep if I do watch it? There you go. It's a great song, isn't it? Is that the one that goes, so open up your eyes, look at the mouse. I think, did they open it when they did Glastonbury? That would have been like 2003, 4. I think they opened with it. I hate to say I told you so, and we were always right, but off comes Andre Gray for João Pedro. We told you that would happen 5 minutes ago, didn't we? And the Football Manager wonder kid comes on. Lewis says, could you see Borough getting a result against Brentford? Of course. Neil Warnock's the manager. Of course. But Brentford in great form. It's a coincidence, Ben. It's completely gone. In the first half, he had a chance to turn towards goal. Stopped literally till freeze. Yeah. Needs a goal, David. Needs a goal. One of your old videos from 8 years ago. Wow. Did I look slimmer and younger, Max? Can I call you Max? Driven in there from the left-hand side. Took a little deflection on the way through. Backman grabs it. The cycling goalkeeper's been out a fair old while now, hasn't he? Backman feels like he's played 7 or 8 games now for Watford. It was O'Hare, he's a really good player, O'Hare, isn't he? Lovely back heel by him as well. From Aston Villa, didn't they? Coventry. Starts at 11:30. Finishes around 4 or 5 a.m. When does the actual game start, Dave? Or is that just the whole broadcast, like the FA Cup used to be? The only team in the Championship have 4 left backs and all to be injured at the same time. Beautiful. Well, not beautiful, but you couldn't write it. Sheffield Leadmill. Brilliant. Trying to think where I used to play in Sheffield when I played there. Here come Watford on the break with João Pedro, who bottles a 50-50 quite severely there with Sam McCallum, and out it goes. Coming to America too. Do you know, I was talking to Shaylee about this. I haven't seen the second or the third Bill and Ted movie that they put out last year. God, I remember getting the first or one of the first Bill and Ted movies from Channel 5 Video in Ipswich. You won't find that anymore. Christ. Teams are coming through now. Let me know your teams. 2 p.m. now. Let me know your teams through for 3 o'clock. Help me out here. Did I play in a band? If the world was open, I still would. Hey, Iain, but yes, too many times. Sema on the volley from the edge of the box there, lashes that one wide. 69 minutes, 30 are gone. Don't bother with Super Bowl, just adverts. Owen, you legend. 10 Aussie dollars, I think, there. Thank you, sir. Should we try and open this, or is this going to go horribly wrong and drink to Owen? Right, here we go. Let me sit back a little bit. The problem is I don't think the can's going to stand up because of the bulbous bit where I dropped it. Bulbous. Here we go. Right, okay. Leaving my bias at the door, but hoping for a Warnock miracle to help the Swans. It wouldn't be a miracle if it was Warnock, because he's got form for winning games. You wouldn't think he would win. Andrew, getting ready for Borough versus the Bees over in Texas. Gotta have them in Texas. Everyone's a millionaire. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a winner. I'm a sinner. Do you want my autograph? Supertramp. Wow, what a song. Thanks again for Owen for the super chat. Right, we've got some teams coming through. Get your teams as they come in for the 3 o'clocks. Right, Alex has got the Wednesday team there. Westwood, Lees, Hutchison, Dunkley, Palmer, Pelopessi, Reach, Bannon, Penny, Kachunga, and Patterson. Look at that, he's done my job for me. One change. Erhagid out for Dunkley. Nice. Annie's got the Bristol City team. Thank you. Free kick to Cov, by the way. We'll just read that Bristol City team out in a second, Annie. Hamer's going to swing this one in with the right foot, I think. In it comes. Oh, and I think that's Dom Hyam. Yes, it was. Free-ish header. Who's he been marked by? I think it's Ekong. Chance that. Puts it straight at back, man. Couldn't quite find the corner. Right. Bentley, Hunt, Callis, Mawson, Mariappa, Masengo, Lansbury. Wow. Williams as well. Semenyo, Wells, Jeju. Interesting. New look stuff. That was my reaction as well, Ollie. The Bloomers will sell out your first gig back. Nice. Nat Chalobah has come off. Will Hughes has come on. Straight swap in central midfield. I'm worried about this can of Pepsi. Is that going to stay? If you see me start crying, it's because the Pepsi's just gone everywhere. Penny is left wing. Yes, it will be, won't it? Penny and Palmer will be the wide players. Iain sent you the Millers team as a DM. Let's have a look. So open up your eyes. Speaking of live gigs and things of that nature, we will do a live event when the world comes back to normal. We'll get some guests, and we'll all have some drinks, and we'll do a live. We'll film something, do a live Q&A or something, get a player or something, and then we'll watch a game. It'll be great. Here's your Rotherham team. Johansson. Oh, wing starts. They've done it in number order. How annoying. Hurst, Ladapo, Robertson, Lindsay, Harding, Ehekwa, McDonald, Balassa, and Giles. So both the new loan signings for Rotherham will be starting. Daff. I love these streams. Try and drop by as much as possible. Always give so much info. Good at streaming. Thank you. Thank you very much, Daff. Very, very kind. Mill will line up same as last three, except Thompson out, Evans in. Yeah, that would make sense, Alex. Ryan Leonard's played, 3 or 4 games now at centre half. One round the corner for O'Hare to chase. God, he's much quicker than Sierralta, but Sierralta just gets his body in the way. And O'Hare just knocks him off his feet. Thank you, Leeds 2021. We'll stick Burnley Brighton on the iPad up the top there. I should be able to see the access to my Ipswich game on this laptop here. Here we go. Watch live now. Joy. Go on. Work better than Rams TV did the other night. Long one in. João Pedro does well to win that in the air. Just nodded back. Sarr comes charging in, but Morosi grabs that. Right. Sorry. Sanchez, White, Dunk, Webster, Veltman, Basuma, Gross, McAllister, Byrne, Connolly and Mopai for Brighton. We won't be doing Spurs and West Brom. Liam, that is today, isn't it? But I will be too knackered. Ben, look at Borough's front three. They're all from Congo. Are they all from the Congo? Who would that be? Asombalonga, Akpom, and who's the guy on loan from Palace? Balassi. That must be a first for English football. You know, I was watching a player about the show about the Congo with Shaley in bed last night. Crossed into the back post. Morosi drops it, but then regathers it. Anthony Bourdain, parts unknown. Looked like quite a scary place, actually, to be fair. Iain says, I'm all for rotating, 3-game week. I'm not really sure about this Miller side. Hurst starting. Interesting. Looking forward to seeing how Wing and Giles get on. Um, 76-47 gone. Coventry 0, Watford 0. 77-04 gone. Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Oh, was it Cabano? Where's Akpom from then? Cabano was on fire at the end of last season, wasn't he? Banging in a free kick every single game. There's your Burnley team. Pope, Loughton, me, Tarkovsky, Peters, Goodmanson, Westwood, Cook, McNeil, Vidra, Barnes. Thank you. Leeds 2020-21. Here's Will Hughes in central midfield there. Just levers Matty James off the ball. Cross came in from the right. I think it's from Ngakia. Deflected away. Here come Coventry on the break. Biamu knocks it off to O'Hare. O'Hare to Biamu into the channel. Only one arriving in the box. That's Allen. Biamu tries to take on Sir Alter. He stands him up. Played back up the line to McCallum, who turns back inside, and Watford are back in shape now. O'Hare to Allen. Back to O'Hare. Opens up for a shot. O'Hare hits it well. Not quite in the corner there. And Backman gets down. Gets down well to save that. Always for Akpom. But apparently he is, yeah. I was just guessing. Everyone's telling me about these Congolese Borough players, and the name Akpom popped into my head. Apologies if that upsets anybody in 2021. Here is Sema on the edge of the box. He's just not at it today, is he? Sema just completely overcooks that. And Coventry can come away with it. Come away with me. 78-50 on the clock. We've got a Blackburn team there. Thank you, Vindictus. Kaminsky, Nyambi, Lenihan, Braithwaite, Bell playing at left back for Blackburn. Travis Davenport, interesting midfield there. Rothwell, Elliot Armstrong, Gallagher. Douglas out after his missus gave birth last night. Well, congratulations. That's tremendous. I have already tried to say it. Ooh. Sarr in the box there on the left foot just drags that one wide. Opened up a little bit there. Dunkley for Hagid. It's a chance that for side. Dragged that badly wide. Crossed in from the left. Touch. Oh, if that's on his right foot, I bet he scores that one. So I don't have to say it ever again. Well, I will. Hagid. Gide. Well, David's there asking about whether it's Munoz or the players running this team. The evidence is compiling, isn't it? Eragide. What about the West Brom striker whose name I can't say, which is spelled Diagne, which I don't know. Oh, here's Sarr into the box. Sarr. João Pedro Morosi down well, makes the save cleverly, recycling. Back it goes, and Ngakia crossing position, and Ngakia puts it in the box. Flicked on near post. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. It was Deeney, and Sema is blocked. Watford turning the screw here. Troy Deeney, good header there, glancing, hits the crossbar. Morosi didn't have a clue where that one was going, and Ngakia pops the cross in. It's excellent from Deeney. Morosi totally beaten by that one. And it hits the crossbar. Deeney, unlucky, does really well to just hold Ostergaard off. Oh, that's unlucky from Watford. But here come commentary. Hamer. Oh, Hamer tries to slip O'Hare through. Entertaining stuff here. Cleverly, Hughes. Hughes drives forward. Sarr tucked in. Deeney, who just hit the bar. Deeney plays that one out wide. Sema, 1v1, goes into the box. Sema wins a corner. Watford looking dangerous. Just seeing the save initially before that cross came in from João Pedro. Didn't really get hold of the shot. Cross comes in from the corner. Easy one for Coventry to clear. Good ball by Hamer to Allen. Here they come on the break. Not too many committed forward in this one. And Sear Alta has chased back. Does well. Chests that down and away. Oh, really poor clearance there. And Watford are going to be right back on their heels. Now, here's O'Hare driving forward. O'Hare outside him is Allen. Allen crossing position, left-hand side. And Ekong is in the right place. Corner to Coventry. They stitched themselves up there a little bit, Watford, didn't they? They stopped the counter-attack, won it back, and a lazy long ball forward. And straight back it comes. $83 gone. Coventry 0, Watford 0. Aston Villa are still 1-0 up against Arsenal. Could be a big start for the dearly departed. In goes the corner for Coventry. Good header away by Deeney. And here comes Sarr on the break. Sarr against Allen. Tactical foul to do here. Yeah. Referee Scott lets it go. It's really good from Sarr, though. He's played it all the way out to João Pedro. João Pedro cleverly on the overlap. João Pedro couldn't play him in there. I think Allen's going to get a yellow card when this all stops. The cross goes out of play. Matty James did well there. I'm sure Allen should get booked. He was trying to hold He did hold Ismail Assar. Referee Scott let that one go. Good advantage. Should still pull out the yellow card, though. Doesn't look like he has. And here has DM'd me the Cardiff team. Should we have a look? Smithies, NG, Morrison, Flint, Nelson, Bennett, Volks, Rolls, Wilson, Ojo, Moore. McCarthy signs Johnny Williams. I believe he's already injured, bless him. Stipe Paritza has come on for Jeremy Ngakia. That sounds like a striker on for a left back. Sorry, a right back. So we'll see whether Watford have changed shape. And Mark Robbins is going to make a couple of subs. Also, O'Hare is coming off. Really good player. I really like watching him. Villa still leading to 1-0. 85-23 gone in that one. It's going to be a double sub for Coventry. Hamer's coming off as well. So O'Hare and Hamer, two of the better players, or probably the two best players in that team. Shipley and Gyökeres coming on. So still some goal threat on there. $85-40. I think Watford might have changed shape there. We'll find out. We'll see who's going to play right back or whether they've gone to 3. Cleverly bumps that one up in the air. Deeney does really well in the air again. He does punch his weight in the air, doesn't he, Deeney? Nothing comes of it, but Hughes, nice cross by Hughes and headed up and out for a corner. Can Watford get the late goal? Can Coventry get the late goal? 0-0 in our first one. In comes the corner from Cleverly, headed away. Sarr in the box, and I think that's going to be a goal kick. Nope, I got it wrong. It's a corner. Shipley just managed to toe end that away from Ismaila Sarr. Another corner for Watford from the right-hand side. Paritza in there, Sierralta in there. In it goes. Sierralta was underneath it. Deeney's got it now on the left wing. Deeney tries to cross it in, blocked out. Throw in Watford, 87-03. I think Deeney's going to take a long one into the box here. Deeney hurls it in. Good throw by the captain. Hughes and Cleverly battling. Deeney's got it again. Deeney, lovely reverse ball. Hughes tries to drive it in. Blocked at the first point of contact there. And Sierralta's probably going to get booked for a foul on Biamo there. Stopping the counter-attack. What nationality is Sierralta? Is he Chilean? I know he's South American of some distraction, isn't he? $87.50 on the clock. 0-0. Once this one is over, we can have a look at the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Although the ball is loose in the box, Sema gets it clear for Watford, but Allen is going to put it back in the mixer, right-footed, headed away by Ekong. Good header that. Bit of distance, right direction, but it is out for a throw-in. João Pedro couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw-in to Coventry, and Beans Ostergaard is moving towards the goal. I'm assuming this one's going in long. No, it's not. They've caught asleep there. I think it goes from Shipley, half cleared. Good work by Deeney. Very good work by Deeney on the edge of the box defensively there. Hughes wins it back for Watford. Sema gets bumped. No foul. And it's cleared by Messina. Ooh. If Paritza had won that, Sarr was in behind him, but he didn't win the header. And Ostergaard has gone down and won a foul. Yeah, I was right. A Chilean. Now let me guess. They got him from Udinese, yeah? There's Preston team from Dan. Everson, Hughes, Lindsay, Huntington, Rafferty. So Lindsay, that must be a debut there. Ledson, Whiteman, Mullenby, Barkhazen, Evans, and Gordon, a debut for Gordon as well. Gordon's alive. Here come Coventry down the left. Gyökeres. They're trying to get McCallum in. Brave with only 5 seconds of normal time forward. The left back. Backman has it for Watford. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We have just begun. Sema down the left-hand side. He's going to win a corner, I think. If he's given away a foul there, that's so silly. Good play by Rose. He got in front of Sema. The worst it was going to be for Sema was that. Even if he doesn't touch him, they stick it out for a throw-in. But Sema with a shove in the back there, and he turns possession back to Coventry. Sorry, I'm just messing around with the fan down there. Didn't seem to be too noisy, did it? 91 minutes played. 4 minutes of the remaining minimum stoppage time to go. Sierralta to Backman, who boots it down the ground. Big header there out at the back from Hyam. Ekong with a bit of a hospital ball there, but cleverly did well, actually. Not only did he not lose the ball, he won a foul, but not the best pass Ekong has ever played in his career. Backman looks like he's going to take this free kick, and Watford are going to play it forward into the box. Into stoppage time as well. 5 minutes of that at the Aston Villa-Arsenal game. Villa still leading 1-0. Here's Sema on the left. Hughes plays it back down the line. A little bit sorry for Ken Sema. He's just been like a yard off everything in this second half. Bless him, hasn't he? Players out warming up down at Ipswich. Is that really full screen? Deary me. God, iFollow's terrible, isn't it? Ekong, 92.30 on the clock. Big long one forward. Broken for Sema, who plays it in towards Saar. Paritsa's there. Knocked back. Can Sema win that? No. Here's Gyökeres. Shipley. Gyökeres down the left-hand side. Fair dues, both of these two have committed to attacks in stoppage time. Hasn't just been, I don't want to lose. Oh, Gyökeres nearly bundled his way through there. 93 up. Hughes, cleverly. Bit of a counter. Here is João Pedro, left-hand side. Xisco frantically waving Watford players forward. João Pedro. Oh, Saar completely not on his wavelength there. But it has broken for Cleverly. Cleverly clips into the back post. Deeney wins it in the air yet again. Nodded down. Saar has his shot blocked there. Matty James tried to header it away. Cleverly. Horrible giveaway there and cleared. A nice back heel by Biamu. Gyökeres, and here come Coventry. Really good stoppage time, this. Shipley switches to play for Biamu. Poor ball. And out it goes. 93-47. 1 minute remaining, and Watford's less than convincing away record looks set to continue, as in they haven't had many wins on the road. Big one forward, flicked on by Deeney and hoofed clear by Rose. Sierralta doesn't quite know where that one's gone. Ekong wins it from Biamu, and Sierralta has it back, plays it to Messina. One last attacking phase, you would think. Looks like it's going to be Watford's way. João Pedro on the left, again trying to dribble. That's poor from João Pedro. Gives it away. They've got it back, though. Messina, he's going to put it in the mixer. Paritsa Hyam wins it in the air. Paritsa's a chance. Edge of the box, spins and shoots. It just opened up. Probably could have taken a touch and steadied that before he hit it, but panicked a little bit. He's definitely got time to take a touch there, hasn't he? Cleverly just knocked it into him. Just a touch to set. Find the corner there. No can do. The 95 minutes have been played. We're over in both the games. Referee Scott blows the whistle here. It looks like they're just about to finish at Villa as well. 0-0. Coventry 0, Watford 0. I'll just watch this last attacking phase at Villa. Arsenal stick it in the box and it's cleared, and the full-time whistle goes there also. So our first championship game ends Coventry 0, Watford 0. Unhelpful draw, or kind of useful in context for both teams if they can follow up in a more desirable way. Nice win for Aston Villa as well. Let's just deal with this championship one first, and then we'll come back round and look at the teams for our 3 o'clock games. I have to say, looking at the second half, I didn't watch the first half. Watford's still not quite nailing their pattern of play yet. They don't look like a massively well-practiced team just yet. Is it going to come? Who knows? Still plenty of high-caliber players in that starting lineup for Watford. Not quite delivering to the level they should be, I would conclude. There's your numbers. 52-48 to Watford on the possession. 14 shots each. 6-3 on target for Cov. 6-5 on the corners to Watford. 1 big chance to 0. Let's have a look at the live league table. So good news for Reading and Brentford as well. Those were the teams that could have been affected, although Watford could have only tucked in behind Brentford. But Reading now could go above Watford later today with a win. Watford stay in 4th, but 2 points from the last 3 games for them. And you would have to suggest, given the opponents were Millwall, who are 14th, QPR, who are 18th, and Coventry, who are 17th, that 2 points from those 3 games isn't great. We'll see how Watford move forward. Now, Coventry, it's a long period of over a point per game or over, which is the standard for staying up, isn't it? 2 points from 3 for them, but obviously the context is very different. Both Watford and Coventry are new to the division. They've both come from 2 divisions apart, haven't they? Coventry winning League 1 on points per game. They were the best side in the league, though, to be fair to them. And Watford coming down. So the gap is 5 points above the relegation zone. The tide has risen below Coventry. So despite their long run now of perfectly serviceable survival form, they're not clear, are they? And if you look beneath them, you could have QPR, Forest going above them with a victory today. Birmingham could tie them on points as well. Rotherham could close to within 2 points. That's the size of it there. Let's have a look and see the impact of Aston Villa's result for them with my dearly departed hat. And there's a smiling Ollie Watkins on the iPad screen up top there. Villa continue their win-lose run. 1 big chance to 0 in this one. So it looks like a tight game that Dean Smith has won. Villa, 8th place, 35 points from 21 games. That looks like very serviceable top half form for Aston Villa, doesn't it? Arsenal, 2 defeats in a row. Right, let's look at some comments and then we will go and have a look round at the teams. What do we got here? Put the 0-0 in the fake news sin bin. Remember, John, as well, this is not a watch-along. This is the Saturday Super Stream. There will be goals in the Saturday Super Stream. For sure. Villa with a double over Arsenal. Boom. You got to love it. Owen, impressed by Cov. Not terribly convincing by the Hornets. No, haven't been, have they? I think Swansea or Brentford will definitely take one automatic place. When Coventry beat Millwall, they should have scored 7, says David. We were very lucky. What was that? 2-1, 2-0? I can't remember. It's 2-1, wasn't it? What else have we got here? David is evidently not a Cowley fan. Chris says Cov edged that overall, livened up last 15. Munoz is not the answer. Look at Cov's next 6 fixtures. Do I want to? I quite like Coventry. They're going to be really hard, aren't they? Chris, let's have a look at Coventry's. Chris talks a lot of sense, so we'll do what he says. Let's have a look at Coventry's next 6 fixtures. And here they come on the screen. Cardiff away, Norwich at home, Brentford at home, Swansea away, Blackburn away, Borough at home. Yes. Maybe that gap might close up over the next 6 fixtures. We will see some tricky ones in there. Hello, Russ. Come on, Borough. Need a Warnock masterclass today. Who do you watch? Me or Jeff Stelling? Both, obviously. What do we got here? There is your Borough team with the Dr. Congo front 3, all from the Democratic Republic of Congo, we've been told today. Very exciting. Tom, prediction for Bristol City Cardiff. I reckon midfielder on their game. Be a very good battle. 2-1 Bristol City. Hutchison was brilliant against Bournemouth, apart from the pen. Yeah, that wasn't great, wasn't it? Right, let's go through, have a look and see how our championship teams are lining up. Norwich and Swansea have obviously played already last night, so we dropped to 3rd. And there are our teams for Middlesbrough versus Brentford. Hands up if you're watching that one. I think we got some Borough and some Bees in, haven't we? There's your Brentford team. So no start for Winston Reid at the back. Raya, Dalsgaard, Sørensen, Pinnock, Henry, Jensen, Janelt, Godos. Janelt looks good, doesn't he? Fosu, Kanyos, and Tony, the top scorer in the divisions. Bettinelli in goal for Borough. Fisher, new signing, made his debut at Norwich last week. Jokesteal, McNair, Boller. Morsey, Howson, Saville in a combative central midfield there. Cabano, Asombalonga, Balassi. This looks like sort of a new look Borough team there, particularly with Cabano, Balassi, Fisher all arriving in the transfer window. Let's move on. And it is Reading visiting Stoke. Reading, who wowed us really, didn't they, in the watch-along against Bournemouth. They were very good indeed, weren't they? Let's do the Stoke team first. Gunn in goal after Bursick's long and less than convincing run. I have to say, I don't want to pile in on the poor guy. Collins, Suter, Bart and Fox. Decent. Allen, Mikel and Clucas. Decent. Clark, Fletcher, McLean. Why isn't that team winning? Stoke. I think it's like 1 win in 13 or something mental like that, isn't it? For the Potters. For Reading, well, we know exactly what Reading are going to do, don't we? Raphael in goal. Holmes, Morrison, McIntyre, Richards. Rinomota and Laurent. Elise, Swift, Ijaria and Zhao. So that sounds like an unchanged team. On the bench, Yidam has returned. We expect him to come in the next games. Yaku Maite can't get in that front four at the moment, but a highly capable substitute, Maite, isn't he? Just push gas, really. Reading have gotten over that injury crisis. Now, Bournemouth play Birmingham, and Jonathan Woodgate is in charge. Who would have thought we would be saying that? Deary me. Begovic in goal. Smith. Carter Vickers starts at the back. Metham paying for that mistake, by the look of it, against Wednesday. Cook and Kelly is the rest of the back four. Wilshire, Lerma and the other Cook. Brooks, Danjuma and Long up the top there. No Solanke. Just check. Is he on the bench? No Stanislas either. Pearson fit enough to be on the bench. Solanke must be unfit. He's not even made the bench. For Blues, Etheridge, Colin, Dean, Friend and Pedersen. San Jose is there. Sometimes that means he's playing centre half. We'll figure that out as we go. Sanchez and Bella wide. Gardner and Sunjic central. Hogan starts. And the £2 million Sam Cosgrove still can't get a start here. Clark Salter, Valerie, Harper, Terrell, Lecco, McGree, Cosgrove, Jutkovic. Birmingham should be higher with that squad. They really, really should. Shouldn't they? 4 straight defeats for Bournemouth. Remains to be seen how they will get on today. Will they get a reaction? Or will the poor run continue? Speaking of poor runs, Blackburn are on the opposite of a poor run. That would be a good run. 10 points in 4 for Rovers. Kaminsky in goal for them. Niambe, Lenihan, Braithwaite and Bell. Travis, Davenport and Rothwell in a slightly different looking central midfield. But Elliott, Gallagher, Armstrong up top. Dangerous. QPR put somewhat of a heroic performance up in the watch-along on Monday. They were well deserving of their away win at Watford, weren't they? Dieng in goal. Dickey, Cameron, Barbe, Kane and Wallace starts over Hammerlinen. The much maligned Paul Wallace. Johansson, Ball, Chair, Dykes and Austin. We know Austin will score himself. Can he mentor Lyndon Dykes and help Dykes step up to championship level? We will see as the season goes on. Bristol City, big game, back-to-back defeats for Bristol City. However, obviously mitigating factor was they were at Brentford, who are playing rather well at the moment. Bristol City line up. They're playing Cardiff, obviously, in the M4 River 7, I don't know what we call it, derby match here. Bentley in goal. Hunt, Callas, Mawson, Mariappa. Lansbury starts for Bristol City, a debut for Henry Lansbury. Free agent signing most recently at Aston Villa. Would love to know how much that contract cost Villa from door to door. Williams Masengo, who I thought was quite good in the game against Brentford. Wells, Jeju, and Semenyo. Bit of everything in that front three. Can Dean Holden get a tune out of them? Smithies in goal for Mick and for Cardiff. Morrison, Flint, Nelson, and G and Bennett are wing-backs by the look of it. Volks and Rules Central, you would assume. Either Wilson will support Moore and Ojo, or Ojo and Wilson will flank Kiefer Moore. Wilson doing the damage as a sub in the number 10 position last time out. Let's move on. And Preston, going to be a new look. Preston, they're playing Rotherham. Can we say in-form Rotherham? I think we can, can't we? Preston, Iverson in goal. Rafferty, Huntington, Lindsay comes in for Ben Davies. He signed on loan from Stoke. Hughes at left back. Whiteman, Ledson, Mollenby. Gordon makes his debut. Evans gets a start with Barkhazen. Really new look Preston team there. Alan Brown and Dan Johnson have signed new contracts. Neither of them are in the team. And on the bench, you can see Cunningham, Vandenberg are new signings. Well, Cunningham's a re-signing. Rotherham, Johansson, Ihekwe, McDonald, Robertson, Lindsay and Harding are the wing backs. Wing starts and Giles starts as well. Giles, who is a left wing back, so is Harding. So we'll see where Giles ends up. He has scored a couple of goals already for Rotherham. Barlassa as well. So Giles, central midfield. I guess that's where SofaScore have got him. Hurst and Ladapo up front. Who's next? Barnsley and Derby has been cancelled. And I'm sure we can all stay calm about that and not yell at the sky like those people protesting Trump. Do you remember them in Times Square yelling at the sky? You can imagine some Derby fans yelling at the sky, telling it off for raining. There is your Luton versus Huddersfield lineups there. Sluga in goal for Luton. Pearson, Lockyer, Bradley, Potts, Berry, Dewsbury Hall and Mpanzu. Cornick and Clark wide with Collins up top. What is the name of that guy Luton signed? There he is, Elijah Adebayo. Looking forward to seeing him. Tom Ince on the bench for Luton as well. For Huddersfield, settled as ever. Schofield, Pipper and Toffolo fullbacks, Keogh and Sarr centre-backs, Hogg, O'Brien, Bakuna midfield, and Benza. Dwayne Holmes starts with Fraser Campbell down the centre. Well, Beans Jim's asked. I deliberately didn't do it because it annoys everybody, but there we go. Climbing up on Dewsbury Hole. Millwall are playing Sheffield Wednesday, who just continue to confuse the hell out of me. Bialkowski in goal. Now, we're not sure whether Evans will play centre-half or Leonard will play centre-half. We might be able to swap them over. We will find out, frankly. Cooper, Hutchison, and either Leonard or Evans. Keefton, Bell, Woods, and either Leonard or Evans. Romeo returns. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? He's starting at wing-back. Malone, the other side. Zahor and Bodvarsson starts up top for the Lions. Sheffield Wednesday in banging form, aren't they? 16 points in 7 games for Wednesday. It's just a shame about the 6-point deduction because they'd be well out of the bottom 3, wouldn't they? Westwood in goal, Palmer and Penny wide. Lees, Dunkley, Hutchison will probably be a back 3, contrary to what SofaScore say there. And Bannon and Pelopessi will definitely be central. It might be Kachunga and Patterson up front with Reach narrow. We'll find out as the afternoon goes on. We always have plenty of Wednesday fans in there because they're a massive, great club with loads of fans, aren't they? Forest versus Wickham must be our remaining game. Allsop in goal for Wickham. Grimmer, Knight, Tafazoli, Abita, Bloomfield, Otherborth and Wheeler, Horgan, Ikpezu, on Yedimma. So Musquay drops out. He'd played the previous games. Horgan comes in for Forest. And I can call them informed Forest, very much trending in the right direction. 16 points in 9. Samba, Christie, Figueiredo, Worrell, Bong. Garner and Cafu is a totally new look double pivot for them. Been getting used to Yates and Sal. I think Sal left, didn't he, in the transfer window? I can't keep up with Forest's ins and outs. Knockhart, Kravinovic, Freeman, Glenn Murray starts. Now, I didn't expect him to be starting. I expected him to be cover for Graben and Taylor. Getting the band back together there. Look at that. Bong, Knockhart, and Murray, all from Chris Hughton's promoted Brighton team in 16-17. Have I got the right season there? We'll get to your comments in just a sec, guys. Let's just see if they've got the shape for the Ipswich Blackpool game. And you will see there, not wanting to be too in the know, but the team news I was talking about, captain Luke Chambers dropped for Ipswich, Holly in goal, and a very Paul Jewell looking team full of lone players there. Luke Mattheson comes in over Chambers at right back, Wolfenden, McGuinness, Kenlock, Dazelle, Judge, Downs is the Ipswich captain today, Thomas, Parrott, Sears up top. Who knows? It really does have the air of sign a load of loan players and throw them in the team and no joined up thinking. We'll see how it goes for Blackpool. Maxwell, Gabriel, Ekpitator, can't pronounce that. Thornley, Husband, Kakai and Virtue wide, Stewart and Dougal central, Embleton and Yates up top. There we go. We'll stick it back on Championship because that's where we will spend most of our time this afternoon. And we will go to your comments ahead of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. A quick look at the Championship table before we start. So, potential movers today. Let's start at the bottom because if it goes as badly as it could, Derby, who are not playing, and Birmingham, who visit Bournemouth, could be in the bottom 3 with desirable results for Rotherham or Sheffield Wednesday today. Rotherham visit Preston and Wednesday visit Millwall. In terms of the playoffs, Borough could be in if they get desirable result and Bournemouth don't. Blackburn have a big whopping great goal difference there of plus 13. So they could be in as well, all depending on the Bournemouth score as well. Same for Bristol City, although their goal difference is in the minus and therefore significantly inferior to those above them. Up the top, Brentford with a win could usurp Swansea. So even after that great win for Swansea over Norwich yesterday, they could be out of the top 2 come 5 p.m. But big picture, all looking good there. Brentford would be a 20th game to the undefeated streak if they can get the result. Just have a look at the Premier League table as it pertains to our dearly departed. And there's a big game which we'll keep an eye on between Burnley and Brighton, which will be revealing for the dearly departed. Horrible 8-point gap. I mean, let's be fair. Fulham and West Brom just can't get a win between them. Sheffield United can, but they were so far back. So basically a Burnley win today would be a bad result. I think, who are Newcastle playing? I think there's another kind of scrappy looking. Yeah, Newcastle are playing Southampton there. So for the dearly departed, we essentially need wins for Brighton and Southampton today. Just have a look at League One and see how bad it can get for Ipswich. Seems to have been the game for the last 4 or 5 years, doesn't it? How bad can it really get for Ipswich? Ipswich in 11th. Blackpool, obviously, are their opponents who could go above them. Gillingham played last night. Plymouth and Jeffcott could also go above Ipswich. The upside for Ipswich, well, is only one place, and Oxford, obviously, are on a fine winning streak at the moment. It is 9 minutes to 3. Kickoffs will be happening. Bring the championship back up. And we'll get into the comments. Up the borough. So excited to see the Dr. Congo front three in action. Looking forward to it. Ryan says Blackburn lineup pretty good. Gallagher due a goal and a good performance to silence his doubters coming from our own fan base. Well, Ryan, aren't the biggest doubters always in the own fan base? They really are, aren't they? Jack, West Brom fan. It's all over for us in the bottom three. Well, nice easy trip away to Spurs, but they're not in good form, are they? If they beat Liverpool 1-0, derby between Burnley and Brighton. Yeah, could be tricky. Callum, any point for us at this stage is good, but should have taken all three. Some idea that Coventry did edge that game today, but Coventry, sustainable form, the point per game you're looking for is coming for Coventry over, I think if someone add it up for me, Callum, add it up for me, like 17, 18 games now. I think they've outperformed a point per game. So nice. Let's scroll upwards, just try and get into some of your comments here. Oh, first goal. We like playing that. Carl says Preston. Let me know. Write it in there now, actually. Where's the first goal coming? There's all our fixtures along the bottom there. Where, as in at which stadium, is the first goal coming? Will it be at Middlesbrough, the Riverside? Will it be at the Bet365 at Stoke? Will it be the Vitality, Bournemouth, the Cayenne Prince Foundation at QPR, the Mark Ashton Stadium at Bristol City, Ashton Gate? Will it be at Deepdale at Preston? It won't be at Barnsley, postponed. Will it be at the Kenny for Luton? Will it be at the Den for Millwall, Adams Park, Wickham, or Portman Road, Ipswich? Ipswich really don't care about physicality, do they? Parrott, Mattheson and Thomas. You didn't mention Sears either, Alex. Look, if you expect joined up thinking at Ipswich, you ain't going to get it, hey? Blackburn first goal. Bournemouth, Ipswich, Stoke, Reading. Cabano free kick incoming. Nice. Ryan says our fan base seems to be particularly toxic, though. Mate, honestly, don't worry. It's not just your fan base. A, it's social media in general, and B, it's football fans in general. Don't think that you're amongst the bad bunch. You'll find it in any fan base. Honestly, you will. You really, really will. Come on the Wednesday, says Theo. First goal at Bristol, with Cardiff scoring it. First goal at Deepdale, first goal at Bournemouth. Let's scroll up. Any more comments here that we can check? I hope the best team wins between Wickham and Forest, as long as it's Wickham. Exeter have come behind to lead Bradford City 3-2. Boom. Boom indeed there. I must be able to get that more a full screen. This I follow picture here. Surely it can look better than that, can't it? I can't show you it on the screen. Else I'm an illegal pirate, aren't I? Apparently that is full screen. Doesn't look very full screen to me. What are you going to do, hey? That seems to be as big as I can get it anyway. Settings. Oh, audio, home or away. Nice. Picture in picture. Oh, for God's sakes. I follow's fun, isn't it, guys? Full screen. Apparently that is full screen. There we go. What are you going to do? Right. We are ready for our 3 o'clocks. So just to keep you up to date, we should have on the iPad up there, Burnley versus Brighton. We should have down here, if I'm getting this right, Soccer Saturday. Let me just change that over to Sky Sports News. And we should have over there Ipswich versus Blackpool. Although we seem to be at Newcastle on the top screen. Let me switch that around. Or is that on Sky and not on BT? There we go. Burnley versus Brighton. I was on BT, not Sky. So we are across everything. Let me know which games you are watching. This is the Saturday Super Stream. And the fun is just about to begin. Let's do a quick reset before we start. It's almost professional, this, isn't it, for goodness sake? Thank you to David, who is our fan sponsor for our Saturday Super Streams. Fan of the channel, happy to support great content. David, presumably not too overly enamoured with a 0-0 for Watford earlier. We've already had a few super chats. Thank you, everybody. You can support at any point during the super chat. Jim has the honour of being king of the bin, which we haven't needed to. Do you know what? We had to open it. There's a couple of Jesus imbeciles last night that went in the fake news sin bin, but it's been okay, hasn't it? Do consider going and subscribing over on Patreon. We're now getting more and more weekly Patreon exclusive shows planned and ready to go. And if you are watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, hit that thumb up icon. I think it means like on one, subscribe on one, and follow on one. But you know the deal. The most important thing you can do, though, is comment. Make this the best stream, the best comment thread on YouTube, the smartest, most sensible one. The bar is low on YouTube. You can do it, guys. We know you can. We've got a great bunch of knowledgeable and friendly fans. You are welcome if you can give your opinion and not be a prick, basically. You're more than welcome. That's the two criteria: give your opinion and be nice, for goodness sakes. Some people get very emboldened from behind a keyboard, don't they? Not our bunch here for sure. Right. Let me know who you're watching. 3 o'clock's about to kick off. There they are down there. It was already Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Last night, Swansea 2, Norwich 0. 12:30 kickoff was Coventry 0, Watford 0. We've got Borough, Brentford. We've got Stoke versus Reading, Bournemouth versus Birmingham, Rangers versus Blackburn, Bristol City versus Cardiff, Preston versus Rotherham. Barnsley Derby was postponed. Luton Huddersfield. We've got Millwall Wednesday, Wickham Forest, and in League One, Ipswich versus Blackburn. It's not one of our games, but we will keep an eye on Burnley versus Brighton, which is on Sky Sports at the moment with our dearly departed hats on. We will keep an eye on all of these games. 3 o'clock is coming around. Let me know who you're watching. I've got 97% on my phone, so I'll stick it there and hopefully Bet365 does the business and gives us the goals as quickly as we can. Dan's keeping an eye on Newcastle for us, so is Leeds 2021 there. We don't endorse that behaviour, but keep an eye on it. Stephen's watching Soccer Saturday as well. Noel, excellent, good. We got someone watching Birmingham. Callum thinks first goal Reading. John, first goal Blackpool. You may be right. In fact, we've already, by God, had the first goal. It's not even 3:01. Most people haven't even kicked off, for God's sake. And there's a goal at Preston, and Rotherham have taken the lead in 1 minute. My God, we will find out about the goal in just a sec. But anyone who wanted to know where the first goal was coming, it's happened already. Rotherham have taken the lead, and we'll find out how many seconds it took Rotherham to score. But it must have been pretty much straight from kickoff. By God, Preston 0, Rotherham 1. Joe Rafferty own goal. Come on, Jeff, show us. A first-minute own goal. Ladapo shot takes a deflection off Rafferty. If anyone can find out how many seconds that was genuinely before most of the games had kicked off there. Rotherham have the lead, 1-0. We can call them inform Rotherham, can't we? And I bet if I go to a live league table, Rotherham are out of the bottom 3. I'll do that in just a second. That will please all the Rotherham fans. We'd love to see the goal, Jeff. Rotherham are leading. I've updated the ticker. Joe Rafferty own goal. Here we go. Here it comes. And Rotherham are 19th, by God, on the live league table. Drink that one in, Rotherham fans. Look, miles away from the bottom 3. Let's see the goal. Ladapo deflected shot. Here it comes. Quick restart there. Ladapo edge of the box. Oh, God. That's not a deflected shot. That's a Rafferty trying to header that one out, and diving header into his own net from Joe Rafferty. So no chance Ladapo's getting that goal credited to him. But Rotherham have the lead. And as I say, freeze frame that league table. Look at the form. If it continues, they've already hit 10 points in the last 5. Could be 13 in 6 if they can defend an 89-minute lead here. Rotherham are in the lead up at Preston in the Darnell Fisher derby. Woof. Here we go. Come on, you mighty Millers. Own goal. Indeed. Rotherham. They're all over it. Rafferty. You couldn't write it. An Ian Wright style diving header into his own net. Off from running at Bournemouth. Blues doing well after 30 seconds. There you go. Up the Millers. The fact that Luton are 13th and only 8 points off 23rd makes me think a shocked bottom half team goes down out of nowhere. Well, the tide has risen, hasn't it? It would require the tide to keep on rising. And a big goal at the top. It is Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 0. After 3 minutes, Borough have the lead. A big goal there, potentially at the top of the table. After last night's event, it's opened up for Brentford. And for those people who like to accuse Brentford of getting into very good positions and then not capitalising, Brentford are in a very good position and they've gone a goal down. Remember, however, Brentford did go a goal down in our watch-along in midweek against Bristol City and came back to win. They're going to have to come back from behind if they want to keep up their long undefeated streak. It is Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 0. Early goal for Borough in this one. Ali McCoist is smiling. He's about to tell us about the goal. I don't know the score yet. It's not flashed up. Set play by the look of it. A corner, in fact, goes short. Swung in from the right. Oh, complete mess by David Raya. And that could be another own goal, actually. Really poor from Raya. He's underneath it, nowhere near it, frankly. And I don't know who that's gone in off, but I don't think they'll care. It looks like an own goal. It's on Twitter. It says a David Raya own goal. We'll wait for confirmation of that one. But we've played 3 minutes. We've had 2 own goals, for goodness sakes. Looked a lot like Tim Krul last night trying to catch that one David Raya. Come on, you R's, says Noah. Yes, Borough, says Owen. Good afternoon, Curved Glass. Won't be happy with an Arsenal defeat. Brentford don't like going north. Well, they've come back from behind. Stephen's happy with that one. Brentford will be the new Leeds. Well, let's not get that horrible bottlers word out, which is completely wrongly used for most people. Now, hold on, Warnock, says Russ. Cabano with the ball in. Poor from Raya. Not another one. There we go. Warnock, 10 at the back. Well, you reserved the right to defend the lead. Here come Ipswich down the left with Freddie Sears. Cuts inside. Judge runs it out of play. Poor from Judge there. Never have I cheered on a Neil Warnock team there. Come on, Bristol City, says Brandon. So a couple of early own goals. Joe Rafferty with an own goal for Preston that gives Rotherham the lead. David Raya with an own goal, we think. Sky have put it up as a Raya own goal, which gives Borough the lead over Brentford. Let's have a look. And there it is. So Brentford currently will stay in third. They are losing. And Rotherham, look at them, are currently moving up to 20th position. They won't care which position it is if it's out of the bottom three, which currently it looks like it may be. Bit peed off with Karanka today again, Ben. None of our new signings in the starting 11. Cosgrove, yes, on the bench. £2 million signing there. Sunderland lead. Oh dear, Liam's going to be watching that. Yeah, he's just commented. MK 0, Sunderland 1. Charlie White scored a load of goals recently. He's scored that one. Are we going to get a Jeffcott goal for Plymouth today? Here's my prediction. A Jeffcott goal. Blackpool beat Ipswich and Plymouth move above Ipswich in the League One table. Paul Lambert fired by 6 o'clock. We'll see. Rochdale 0, Charlton 1. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking away. Norwich Talk says, just tuned in, Ben. What do you make of Norwich's sticky patch as an outsider? Do I really class as an outsider? I bet I know more about Norwich than most of the Norwich fans now. I wouldn't worry, Norwich Talk. Buendia will return and Norwich will start winning again. It seems that straightforward, doesn't it? Craig says Newcastle have taken the lead. Oh, good. He now says it's disallowed. Offside there. Joel says Kravinovic and Garner working well so far. And he might have nailed that because Forest have just taken the lead. Forest lead. That might see Rotherham drop back down again. Mightn't it? Forest 1-0 up over Wycombe on 7 minutes. We're waiting for the goal scorer. If anyone knows, let us know in the chat. Blatant fart. Hey, I'd be proud. But no, that is fake news, Russ. Glenn Murray at the age of 37, I think, has scored for Nottingham Forest. If anyone wants to look up, that's probably... Has he got 200? Definitely got over 150 goals. Has he, Glenn Murray, in his career? Seems to have. It's going to be a rubbish goal as well. Oh, dear. Just a long ball forward. I think it's Grimmer. Just completely caught out. Just lets Murray go behind him. Allsop's off his line. Allsop gets his feet stuck in the mud. Murray lobs it over and Forest have the lead. Forest lead at Wycombe. Glenn Murray and Chris Hughton together again and working wonders there. Forest lead at Wycombe. Wycombe 0, Forest 1. And MK Dons have equalised, Liam, in the chat there. MK Dons 1. The Mackhams of Sunderland 1. We'll just have a quick look at the live league table and see what that does down at the bottom. Both Rotherham, we talked about the rising tide, both Rotherham and Forest are already in the lead today. There is the live league table. As it stands, Rotherham up to 20th. Oh, my God. Talking about the rising tide, it is Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Literally, everyone down the bottom is winning again. And Sheffield Wednesday are winning again. On 10 minutes, Wednesday are in startlingly good form. I need to get some WD-40 on this chair for sure. Sheffield Wednesday have the lead at Millwall. Millwall 0, Wednesday 1. 10 minutes in. We now have Rotherham, Forest and Wednesday all leading. Bad news if you're a Birmingham fan, let's just say. These results not shaking out very well for Blues. Here come Wednesday down the left-hand side. Charge into the box there. Oh, my God. I want to see a montage of Callum Patterson goals from this season. Please, somebody make it. It's another goal for Patterson. He scored some of the ugliest goals I've seen. It gets squared back to him. Everyone falls over. Patterson jumps up and sticks it into the net. Please, somebody make me a Callum Patterson montage. Wednesday lead. And let's have another look at the bottom of the table, which is changing as we speak. And look at that. Oh, Luton 1, Huddersfield 0. Absolutely on fire in the Super Stream here. Luton lead on 11 minutes. Look at the bottom of the table. Derby will drop to 23rd on 28 points. So the 23rd team in the league is going to be over a point per game. James Collins, the goal scorer for Luton on 11 minutes. We've already had 5 goals in the Championship, all in the bottom half. Collins gives Luton the lead. And now, as it stands, Derby are 23rd with 28 points, and only 4 points away are Millwall in 15th, Cardiff in 14th on 32 points. Huddersfield have just dropped a couple of places, having conceded that goal against Luton. Championship on fire. Let's have a look at this goal for Luton. Collins feels like he hasn't scored for a while. James Collins. They're just ticking over 12 minutes at Luton. Looks like Mpanzu flicked that one round the corner. It's good from Cornick, I think, driving it across low. Collins taps it in into the empty net. What a start on the Super Stream today. So, Rafferty own goal, giving Rotherham the lead after 1 minute. It must have been like 30 seconds or something, that goal. Then Raya, own goal, cat amongst the pigeons at the top of the table there, giving Middlesbrough the lead. Glenn Murray then gives Forest the lead 1-0 over Wickham. Let me just bung up that Luton goal so we're all up to date. So Wednesday then take the lead. So really bad news for Derby and Birmingham down the bottom. And then Luton take the lead as well. And there is the live league table. And Sheffield Wednesday just can't get out of the bottom 3 for love nor money, no matter how good their form is. Still going to be third bottom as it stands, with Derby County dropping to second bottom at the moment. I repeat, Wednesday, Rotherham and Forest are all winning within the first 10 minutes of the Super Stream today. Woof. Let's have a look at your comments. It is all go. Wiles on for Lindsay. Tom says, I swear we're only allowed to score hilariously rubbish goals. Please, can somebody please make the Callum Patterson montage? It'd be absolutely brilliant. Tide is rising, isn't it, Jim? God, A point per game, not enough at the moment. Normally, in fact, I did the notes. Because someone dared to question me on this. Newcastle 1, Southampton 0. That's bad news for the dearly departed. So, yes, the 10-year average to survive in the Championship, 45.1 points, with the all-time low, 41 would have kept you up in 18-19, 15-16 and 11-12. There is a big outlier, though. 55 points you would have needed to stay up in 12-13, 52 in 16-17. However, it's looking like you're going to need above 45 points as it stands this season. Joe Willock is the goal scorer for Newcastle. Any more comments? In Bristol City and Cardiff 0-0. Brandon. Owen's happy about Forest winning. Have to have the Benny Hill music. Someone make it, please. Oh, big chance there for QPR. Looked like Chair about 6 yards out. A big block there from Blackburn. Ethan says, tide rising as Birmingham slowly sink. Well, he's right there, isn't he? Jim would take a point for Wednesday. They're getting 3 at the moment. Rowett was applying for every job under the sun. We're still going back to Rowett at Birmingham, hey? Well, what a start in the Super Stream so far. They're 15 minutes in Burnley and Brighton, but Newcastle scoring. Just have a look for our dearly departed up in the Premier League. It's really not good. If Burnley were to get a goal, it's going to look even worse, for goodness sakes. There is the live league table. Basically now, a Burnley goal means that Fulham would be 11 points adrift. West Brom would be 13 adrift. Sheffield United would be 14 adrift. Ouch. It's quietened down after quite the start. 5 goals in the first 11 minutes of the Saturday Super Stream. All in the Championship. And there is another. And it is Bristol City 0, Cardiff 1. Cardiff lead in the River 7, M4, whatever you want to call it, derby. And an 18th minute goal for Cardiff. We will no doubt be checking that out on Soccer Saturday in just a jiffy. Cardiff lead. Anyone want to bet on a Kiefer Moore back post header with me? No. Curtis Nelson is the goal scorer for Cardiff. And they probably needed that, given that rising tide at the bottom that we'd spoken about. Cardiff lead, Nelson with the goal. And here it comes. There is Michelle Owen. It's going to be a set play, says the Bristol City Twitter. Nice delivery in from the right-hand side. Swinging delivery in left-footed. I didn't quite see who put the free kick in. Curtis Nelson with the goal. The free kick was swung in by, guess who? Harry Wilson with the assist. Cardiff lead. Bristol City 0. Cardiff City 1. Let's update that down the bottom there. Plenty of goals today. Cardiff lead. Let's have a look at the live league table. As I said, the tide was rising, so we were almost looking up as high as Cardiff then. But they are heading now for 34 points. And look at it down the bottom there. Let me remove the banner. Derby 28, Wednesday 28, Birmingham 29, Rotherham 29, Coventry 31, QPR 31, Huddersfield 32, Forest 32, Millwall 32, Cardiff 34, Luton 36, and then Barnsley are in the top half on 36. A rising tide and a big concertina effect there. Have Brighton got a penalty? No, just on the edge of the box. Neil Mopai gets absolutely cleaned out by Ben Mee. We could do with Brighton winning that one for the dearly departed. MK Dons have turned it around. Our friend Liam will be pleased about that. MK2, Sunderland 1. It's Ipswich 0, Blackpool 0 on iFollow over there. Blackpool attacking, though. They have a corner from the left-hand side. We'll just keep an eye on this for a second. Short corner from Blackpool. Clipped in and headed away by Mark McGuinness. Dazelle in a 50-50 there, driven across. Blackpool looking dangerous, but Parrott coming away for it with Kenlock. For Ipswich now, counter-attack. I'll keep my eyes on this. Parrott down the left. Plays it inside to Dazelle. Dazelle hits the shot. It's blocked and cleared away by the Tangerines of Blackpool. We'll have a look at this Brighton free kick as well. Looks like Gross is over it. It's going to take it right-footed. He shoots at goal and it goes all the way wide. Let's go into the comments here on the Super stream. What have we got here? Shane Long is indeed playing. Yes, he is. Wow. Callum, you're a dickhead. Get in the sin bin. There we go. We can open it up. Imagine being that much of a bellend. There we go. Sorry, I'll calm down. Why anyone feels the need to comment on anyone's appearances, I don't know. Dyslexic keyboard warriors unite. Absolutely. That's a prediction that may well turn out to be true, wouldn't it? None of the Premier League bottom three will get 30 points. Would be bad news, wouldn't it? Quick, Ben, you haven't showed the live league table for the last 2 minutes. Hey, tell everyone to stop scoring and I'll stop showing it. Deary me. Yeah. It's so tedious, isn't it? Ah, Jesus. Ah. Dear oh me. Millwall messing up a counter-attack there against Wednesday. No goals for a few minutes now. Well, 5 to be precise. It is, or it was, 1-0 to Villa in the early kickoff. Ollie Watkins with a goal in that one. Swansea beat Norwich 2-0 last night. Coventry and Watford drew 0-0. In the Championship, 3 p.m s. Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 0. Raya own goal. It is Rotherham 1, or Preston 0, Rotherham 1. Rafferty own goal. Wickham 0, Forest 1. Murray with the goal. Millwall 0, Wednesday 1. Patterson with another beautiful picture book goal. Luton 1, Huddersfield 0, Collins. Bristol City 0, Cardiff 1. Nelson with the goal there. Rattled, dearie me. Mr. Bloom is a god. His streams are top class. He deserves his own TV show. And my mum still fancies him. Excellent stuff. I'm not rattled. You might be out of it later, Dave, in terms of Derby, but Derby can do nothing today. Their game postponed. This is the Saturday Super stream. We welcome nice people in the comments. Oh, Bristol City 0, Cardiff 2. It's all going wrong for Bristol City at the moment. 2 straight defeats before this one. They are 2 down in 25 minutes. Bristol City 0, Cardiff 2. We have a second goal for Cardiff. Curtis Nelson had given the Bluebirds the lead. And They have a second goal now, Cardiff City. We will no doubt find out about it in just a second. And Newcastle also have a second goal, which is not good news for the dearly departed. Cardiff have gone 2-0 up. Woof. Kiefer Moore is the goal scorer. Mick McCarthy and Kiefer Moore. That's nearly as much as a match made in heaven as Chris Hughton and Glenn Murray, isn't it? Going well for Mick so far. 2 draws and he's 2-0 up. Remember, though, in his first game, that went from 2-0 to 2-2. So, long way to go. What is Luton's striker Collins? Well, speaking of Collins, Pete, his contract's up at the end of the season. So maybe that will happen. But no one wanted to pay a fee for him. But someone might take him for free. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, 2-0. Sky just on a break. We were on a break. So we will see Kiefer Moore's goal in just a little bit. Yes, we did have Kiefer Moore at Ipswich. He was signed for like 30 grand or something ridiculous like that. Loaned out to Barnsley, scored a ton of goals, and then loaned out to Rotherham and then sold to Barnsley. Unfortunately, Big Kiefer was at the club at the same time as Garner, Waghorn, Selina and McGoldrick were all there, so he didn't get much of a look in, apart from a couple of inauspicious substitute appearances. Blackpool have got a free kick down the left. We'll have a look at this. Players in the box for the Tangerines. In it goes right-footed. Nice delivery. Ooh. And just headed wide. Lovely free kick, that one. Right. Has Bednarek got 2 own goals in that game? Anyone ever got a hat-trick of own goals? Wow! Bournemouth 0, Birmingham 1. The ridiculous rising tide continues. And the horrible run that Bournemouth is on continues. Bournemouth 0, Birmingham 1. The bottom of the table is just going to look exactly the same because literally everybody is winning. Cool, big chance for Burnley there in the game against Brighton. Set play nearly forced in at the back post there. So let me get this right. Down at the bottom of the table now, Rotherham are winning, Forest are winning, Wednesday are winning, and Birmingham winning. Goodness me. Scott Hogan is the goal scorer on 27 minutes. We still haven't seen the second Cardiff goal. We're going to see the Birmingham goal now. Sanchez down the right. Crossed in, spilled. Not a good day for goalkeepers today. Begovic spills the cross from Gary Gardner, and Hogan manages to pounce on that one and stick that one in. And Bournemouth, it's going to be like 4 straight defeats, is it? Or 5 now? 4? I can't think. We'll look at the live league table in just a little bit, but we're still waiting to see that second goal for Kiefer Moore. Newcastle 2, Southampton 1. That game's a little bit busy. We could do with Southampton getting back to level terms on that one. We'll look at the live league table in just a second. I'm still waiting for this Kiefer Moore goal for Cardiff that's put them 2-0 up. Let me just update the ticker down the bottom there to say that it is Bournemouth 0, Birmingham 1. Plenty of goals so far. And Stoke lead against Reading. No, they don't. Disallowed. Stoke had the ball in the net by the sounds of it. Let's have a look at the live league table. Being Sky are taking their sweet time. Why would someone give me a £5 super chat and then insult me? You're still getting blocked. Thanks for your money. Goodbye. Right, live league table. And there you have it. So, yes, Middlesbrough into the top 6 now that Bournemouth are losing. Wow. Right, we're actually going to see the second Cardiff goal. Ojo down the right-hand side. No one in the box. Ojo stands up his man, clips it in. Oh, it's a great goal. Moore gets there on the back post and heads it down and in. And there you have it. Look, that Birmingham goal means that Sheffield Wednesday just still can't get out of the bottom 3. So now we have Wednesday, Rotherham, Birmingham and Forest all leading. And I hate to say it, they won't all win. Surely they won't all win. Not on the one weekend. Goodness me. Because he's a twunk. I just don't get it. What idiot insults someone and gives them money? There we go. No idea. Look at these wins from the bottom sides. Well, not yet. Luke says, happy Saturday. Yeah, if you're a Swansea fan or a Norwich fan, especially if that Stoke goal had been allowed, a very good-looking scene at the top of the table. MJ says, as a Derby fan, this is turning out to be a pleasurable afternoon. It just gets better and better. Couldn't be going any worse, could it? Chance for Birmingham. Oh, is that offside? It's a hell of a finish by Pedersen. Slams the volley in, but he's offside. Van Basten-esque. Deary me. Yeah, we're struggling a bit today, Liam, aren't we? Some imbeciles have decided to come and see us, but there we go. Normally a sign that you're doing quite well. First, a blink at the bottom loses badly. Absolutely, Bits. The tide is rising. 30 minutes gone in the Ipswich game. 0-0 there. Ipswich meaninglessly moving the ball around at the back. Just in the form table I was looking. Very rare to see that. There you go. What is the clock at the Blues game? I don't know. Check Sofa Score, Noel. It says 33. I follow can be like 5 minutes behind sometimes, can't it? Dear oh me. Woof. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals so far in the championship games. Rafferty own goal, Raya own goal, Glenn Murray, Callum Patterson, James Collins, Curtis Nelson, Kiefer Moore and Scott Hogan are the goal scorers. Where does the super chat money go? Well, Pete, it goes into what's called an AdSense account, which collects my YouTube revenue. And that makes up my wages since I lost my job in July. So it is very, very much appreciated. My God, look at the pitch at Peterborough. Christ, how has that game gone ahead? Looks like a ploughed field. Looks like the baseball ground, for goodness sakes. Peterborough 2-0 up. Clark Harris there scoring. If only, hey? If only. Iain says Preston on top and getting closer. Rotherham still lead. Jack says Borough need to win to stay in the playoff race. Brentford look really good, though. Remember, it was a slow burn. Exactly the same thing, actually. Brentford in the game in midweek went behind to a set play after 2 minutes. 3 minutes today, but they did go on to win 3-2. What job did I used to do? I worked in a behaviour school teaching the kids music, MJ. And I do teach piano and do gigs when the world's open, but that's pretty much impossible. We're just seeing the offside goal there. It's Stephen Fletcher who put it in Stoke versus Reading. Penalty shout as well. McLean, it looks like, went down in the box. Right. Oh, no. Wycombe have had a goal disallowed. Wycombe have not scored. Goal disallowed for Wycombe. Peterborough pitch looks like a swamp, doesn't it? Did they have a sin bin in the behaviour school? Oh, yes, they did, Bits. It was called timeout, though. Do you think your employment status will change? Do you know what? Hopefully not, Noel. Hopefully not. I would love to do this full time. We've been working on it day in, day out. So fingers crossed we can keep doing this. I'll do a little bit of teaching and a few gigs. Good news for the dearly departed. Brighton have taken the lead, and my Sky Sports feed is slow, so I'm going to be able to describe you the goal because it literally has not happened yet. Bournemouth have equalised as well. Bournemouth 1, Birmingham 1. Bad news for Birmingham, especially given all of the other results down at the bottom of the table. Lewis Dunk is about to score from a set play. Arnott Danjuma has scored for Bournemouth. We're going to see that goal first, actually. It looks like Dunk's going to score from a set play. Both the goals are going to happen at exactly the same time on my feeds. You can bet your bottom dollar. Right wing corner. Powerful header home by Dunk. Nice goal for Brighton. For some reason, they went to Lee Hendry, but we didn't get to see the goal for Bournemouth there, unless I really did look away at the wrong point. Get in, Bournemouth. Thank you, Noel. Very kind, my friend. I think we're going to see the disallowed goal Wycombe having the ball in the net and not getting the reward of a goal. Crossed in from the, looks like Offerborth, clips it in right-footed. Ikpeazu heads it in at the back post. I didn't see whether he was offside or whether he was holding his man. Tide is rising rapidly. It's like quicksand if you're Birmingham or Wycombe at the moment, isn't it? The only teams who really haven't had a big splurge of points. I still haven't seen the Arnott Danjuma goal for Bournemouth. If anyone can describe that to me. I missed it. Dan says Preston looking good. Unbelievable save from Evans. A chance for Blackburn here. Oh, what a miss. Deary me. And we have an equaliser at the top of the table. Brentford have come from behind again. It's Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 1. And guess who scored for Brentford? I'll give you one guess, and I bet you get it right as well. Deary me. Ivan Toney with his 21st goal of the season for the Bees. What a season he is having. It's Borough 1, Brentford 1. They've got the right guy to describe it because it's Ali McCoist who knew where the goal was. Dalsgaard clips it over the top. Chested down by Toney. Strong from Fosu. Brilliant assist by Fosu. Outstrengths his man and cuts the ball back beautifully. Toney has the tap in. Great play by Tariq Fosu as well, who's really coming into that Brentford team now and looks like a regular starter in that front three, doesn't he? Tariq Fosu. Brilliant stuff from him. So we've got a couple to update on the ticker, although Sky have gone to Millwall. I don't know what's going down there. Oh, a penalty to Millwall is what's going down there. Some holding. Who was that? Was that Pelupessy? And we've got a penalty for Millwall, which I assume Jed Wallace will take. And slammed. Oh, no, Ken Zahor slams the penalty home, left-footed. Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Things calming down a little bit at the bottom of the table. Both Sheffield Wednesday and Birmingham have now been pegged back at the bottom. So a few goals that I haven't updated on the ticker. Ivan Toney scoring for Brentford. Arnott Danjuma scored for Bournemouth. And Ken Zahor scored for Millwall. 36, 38 and 40 minutes, those goals. And that will change the complexion at the bottom of the table. As you can see, Wednesday were leading. So they've dropped back onto, they're projected at 26 points now, with only one being added on. And of course, Birmingham back down to 29. So good news for Rotherham and good news for Forest. Although from what we're hearing from our guys watching, it sounds like Preston are pushing in that game. Alex rolls his eyes at Paraplegic, and he rolls his eyes perpetually at Bristol City. Says it should have been 3-0 there. It was Ryan Leonard, thanks Gaza, who got pulled down. Afternoon to AJ. Good result for your boys, Villa, earlier in the day. Thumbs up. Noel says, absolutely. Of course, one job, Warnock. You had one job. Hey, take a point. Remember, Russ, from a Norwich or Swansea point of view up there, Brentford's next game's away at Reading as well. So they've got a couple of hard ones. Brandon's not happy with Dean Holden. There are your scores. Ticking along the bottom. Villa 1, Arsenal 0 for the dearly departed. Last night, Swansea 2, Norwich 0. Earlier, Coventry 0, Watford 0. It is Borough 1, Brentford 1, Stoke 0, Reading 0, Bournemouth 1, Birmingham 1, Rangers 0, Blackburn 0, Bristol City 0, Cardiff 2, Preston 0, Rotherham 1, Barnsley and Derby, waterlogged pitch, postponed. Luton 1, Huddersfield 0, Collins, Millwall 1, Wednesday 1, Wednesday led, Wickham 0, Forest 1, Ipswich 0, Blackpool 0 in League One. Those are our games. Those are our goals. Woof. Carl wants me to cover Swansea in midweek. Possibly. It might well happen, Carl. I've literally got the whiteboard up to Monday, so we'll plan everything out. I think it's a 5:30, so there's every chance I'll do that, because then I can not be watching football until 10 p.m. at night, which is fun, but hey, doesn't go over too well with HQ, does it? Every week, I think Brentford are going to lose. We could be 124 matches unbeaten, and I'd still not be happy. We concede early. I think we'll lose 1-0, and then Toney scores. Well, we'll see. Who missed a chance for Blackburn? My brain says 16, which would be Davenport, wouldn't it? Elliot, possibly. Surprise, surprise. Pass. I could be making that up. I could be pulling that out of my backside. For goodness sake. Come on Wednesday, says Nat. Luke says, I still think we'll do it. Max says, silly and unneeded from Paraplegic. I could be wrong, Ryan. That's me. Like I say, pulling it out of my rear end. Doncaster 1, Oxford 1. Oxford equalising. Couple of in-form teams there. Catch you later, Noel. Enjoyed your company while you've been here. We'll still be here for another hour as it comes up to half-time in the Super Stream. Ipswich, 42 minutes in. Every time I've looked, though, it seems to be Blackpool have been attacking. Although here come Ipswich on the counter. Let's have a look at this now. They've turned it over and Blackpool clear. No goals since the 40th minute, but we've still had plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 first half goals in our Saturday Super Stream. And Ipswich have taken the lead. Woof! Alan Judge has scored for Ipswich on 42 minutes. Judge playing central midfield today for Ipswich. Switch of play from left to right. Judge brings it down. It's a great goal, actually. Brings it down on the half volley and sticks it in from outside the box. 1-0 to my team, Ipswich, for once. But hey, they're playing a team below them in the table, and Ipswich have tended to do well against teams below them and not so well against teams above them. But we will take it. Alan Judge scores for Ipswich on 43 minutes as we go towards the half-time break. Let's have a look at your comments. Waha! Ipswich score 22 games without scoring. Let's do it, hey, bits. Boom. Boom, banger, bang. Ipswich lead. Oh, Judgy, I remember him well. Always thought we should have not let him go. Not quite the same player you probably remember, but there we go. I'll take it. That was a lovely goal by Judge. Looks like a chance for Middlesbrough here. Oh, good save. Big. How have they not scored? Borough have one tipped onto the post, and then, so let's have a look at this. It's cut back to Assombalonga. It's a great save by Raya, and then I think it's Saville just can't sort his feet out. Should score the should score the rebound there and put Borough back in front, but he just can't quite sort his feet out and put that one home. Oh, I think Burnley have just hit the post as well in the game up on the iPad. Dwight McNeil with the left foot there smacks that one against the frame of the goal from what I just saw. It's all going on here on the Super Stream. Oh, no, it didn't hit the post. Beg your pardon. Dwight McNeil sees his shot saved, not hitting the post at all. It's the problem of having 3 screens of different size all going. Filthy Ipswich. Absolute filth. What a goal, hey? I'll put that up, but I don't want to get in trouble with our Millwall friends, so I won't read it, Alex. Right. I think we're at half-time in most of our games now. If you would be so kind, let me know how your first half has been. Give me a little summary of the first half for the game you're watching. Are you happy? Is your team winning? Are they losing? Should they be winning? Should they be losing? How are things panning out? As you can see, let's do a quick reset down the bottom there. Earlier on for the dearly departed, quickly, we'll just say Newcastle 3, Southampton 1, which is not good news for our dearly departed. Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield United all in the bottom 3, chasing Newcastle, who are going to be opening up the gap. Good news, though, is that Brighton are beating Burnley in that regard, although it would take Fulham and West Brom and Sheffield United to actually win some games, wouldn't it? But anyway, let's reset here. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0 for the dearly departed earlier on. Ollie Watkins with the goal. Almiron has just scored for Newcastle. Last night, Swansea 2, Norwich 0. Big mistake from Krull, and Mayhew scored. Hurahan with a lovely second goal. Good win for the Swans. Norwich without their Michael Jordan, Buendia. He'll be back. I wonder if they'll start winning as soon as he returns. Coventry 0, Watford 0. Coventry may have just edged that one, according to people who watched the whole 90. I only watched the second half of that one, so I'll bow to their superior knowledge. Early lead for Middlesbrough in the game against Brentford. Poor from Raya from the set play. Own goal from him. Ivan Toney, 21 goals this season with the equaliser. Stoke 0, Reading 0. Stoke had the ball in the net through Stephen Fletcher. Disallowed. Bournemouth 1, Birmingham 1. Poor from Begovic in that goal, and Scott Hogan punishing him. Bournemouth equalising through Arnott Danjuma. Wilshere with the assist. I didn't manage to catch the goal. So help me out with that one in the chat. QPR 0, Blackburn 0. We think it was Harvey Elliott, of all people, the superstar youngster shooting over from a good chance there. Bristol City 0, Mick McCarthy's Cardiff 2. Curtis Nelson heading home a set play. Kiefer Moore, a nice Shea Ojo cross, and he arrives at the right time to head that one in. Cardiff looking good, 2-0 up. They are our only team with a 2-goal lead so far. Preston 0, Rotherham 1. Joe Rafferty own goal, tried to divert Freddie Ladapo's shot. Probably, we haven't had this confirmed, but probably about 30 seconds into the game, because half the games hadn't kicked off by the time that goal had gone in. Barnsley Derby postponed, waterlogged pitch. Bad news for Derby, though, because at times they've been suckered into the bottom 3. But it's not all bad. We'll look at the live table, given the equalisers in the games involving Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday, which we'll talk about in a minute. Luton 1, Huddersfield 0. Harry Cornick setting up James Collins. Huddersfield on quite the downward trend now at the moment. Luton looking to move back into that top half. I think they'd slid down to 13th. As I say, we'll look at the live table in a second. Millwall 1, Wednesday 1. Callum Patterson adding another beautiful picture book goal to his sarcasm, to his incredible collection this season. And Ken Zahor from the spot after Joey Pelopessi pulled down Ryan Leonard on the left corner of the box. No complaints from our Wednesday friends watching in the chat on that one. Wickham 0, Forest 1. Glenn Murray and Chris Hughton doing the business in the Championship in 2021. Before we go to your comments, let's bring up the live league table. At the top of the league, neither Brentford or Reading are in front, although Brentford have come from behind to be level at 1-1. A win for Brentford would put them second. A win for Reading would put them up to 50 points and maintaining their good form and their chase. They can't go above anybody today. Bournemouth did, for a little while, slip outside of the top 6 when Borough were winning and Bournemouth were losing. But a 2-goal swing, goals in both of those games, have put a 2-point gap back in there. It did happen. A Blackburn goal would put them up to 7th as it stands, as would a Stoke goal or, well, Bristol City are 2 back. That ain't happening. But Stoke could go level on points if they can take the lead over Reading. They could go level on points with Borough. You can see there, Bristol City losing, Preston losing. Luton are winning. They are not going to make the top half today. -6, -5, unless they score another couple of goals or Rotherham score another couple of goals. But Luton are leading. Cardiff are leading. Millwall are level and defending a 4-game undefeated streak. Forest trending nicely in the right direction are leading again. Let me do my maths quickly. It'll be 19 points from 10 games if Forest win today. They are in nice form, Forest, under Chris Hughton. Huddersfield are not and sliding into where they don't want to be headed. QPR are level. Coventry drew earlier. Rotherham are winning. If they can hold on, they will exit the bottom 3, providing Birmingham don't score. Actually, no, they are, if they hold on. They are exiting the bottom 3 because Derby aren't playing and Sheffield Wednesday can't catch them if they win today. Birmingham and Wednesday currently level. Wickham currently losing. Tide rising at the bottom. Other than Wickham, and if you add the 6 points back on, everybody is scoring a point per game or higher, which is the standard to survive. Just indulge me here because Ipswich are winning for once in their sorry existence. Existence over the last few years. Ipswich winning against Blackpool, which would put them into 10th place in League 1 with games in hand on most of the teams above them, other than Accrington and Doncaster. Yep, that is where we are at with Ipswich. Right, let's go to your half-time comments. Annie says, utterly hopeless from us, from Bristol City. Mariappa has been targeted. McCarthy's always been good at that, Annie, targeting a fullback. Yeah. We don't look like getting back. A McCarthy masterclass. There we go. Joe says, be quite happy to see Brentford beat Borough. Norwich not getting promoted would be a blessing in disguise. Everyone knows we'd be relegated anyway. I'm sure promotion is normally a good thing. What else have we got here? Not overly impressed with debut boy Evans. Leonard, that would be, has been the only player to make something happen. Don't think Zahora's won a header yet. So not going well. Is that amongst my banned list of words there, coming from behind? What are you going to do? 17 seconds, was it really? Wow. Iain, half-time, we're winning, but in truth, we've been massacred. If we were playing Brentford or Swansea, we'd be 5 down. Well, let's see what Preston can do in the second half. Noah. Oh, it was Harvey Elliott, was it? Interesting. The Wonder Kid misses a big chance there. Fairly even at half-time. Elliott should have scored. Brentford should be winning, says Paula. A very annoying ref for both sides. 71% possession to Bees and a penalty not given. Quite like Millwall. Keefton Bell challenge an inch to the left, and that's Kachunga's leg broken. Well, a lot of challenges in that regard. I won't get involved. What else have we got here? Liam's watching MK, who do create numerous chances these days, don't they? Nice. I would say we were the better team. Penalty was silly from Pelopessi. Stressful pretty much covers it. There we go. Dave from a Derby point of view. And Ipswich lead at half-time. I think Bits for the first time in 20 games or something. Ridiculous, isn't it? There we go. Right. Guys, before we go into the second half, I'm sure you'll all allow me to do this. I'm going to just take a quick comfort break. I might even grab a Pepsi. I will be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Go make a cup of tea or have your own comfort break. And the stream will recommence for the second half. We'll be back very, very soon. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know as and when your second halves kick off. This is the Saturday Super Stream. I must not run up and down the stairs in those breaks. Maybe I could give myself 2.5 minutes rather than 2 minutes, dearie me. This is the Saturday Super Stream. A big thank you to David, our fan sponsor, fan of the channel, happy to support great content as ever at any point during the stream. You can super chat. First super chat becomes the king of the bin. That was Jim. We're 2.5 hours in, but please do feel free to super chat to support. You can subscribe over on Patreon. Please hit the thumbs up button if you are here. But most importantly, get your comments in, especially if you're watching the game. Let us know how things are progressing. Current scores there. Villa 1, Arsenal 0 earlier. Swansea 2, Norwich 0 last night. Coventry 0, Watford 0 earlier. And then it is Borough 1, Brentford 1, Stoke 0, Reading 0, Bournemouth 1, Birmingham 1, Rangers 0, Blackburn 0, Bristol City 0, Cardiff 2, Preston 0, Rotherham 1, Barnsley and Derby postponed waterlogged pitch, Luton 1, Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1, Wednesday 1, Wickham 0, Forest 1. In League 1, Ipswich 1, Blackpool 0. Are we allowed nice things? Are we allowed a win? Maybe. Right. Let me know when your second half gets going. We will dip back in to the comments here. What else have we got here? Fantastic win for Villa earlier. Super Ollie Watkins, who's risen through the football leagues, hasn't he? Just Exeter to Brentford to Villa now in the Premier League. Awesome stuff. We got Trevor in the chat. He'd probably help you with that. The Riverside at Fulham. You'd think they'd get it done before lockdown finishes, but hey, who knows? Go on, Forest, says Skull. Forest in fine form at the moment. Truly awful from us, Ben. Nothing has changed between Johnson and Holden. The amount of chances Grealish creates, Watkins must be thanking his lucky stars. He had a fair few created for him, didn't he, at Brentford last season for sure. Right. It's 4:03. I assume we're kicking off some second halves. Let me know if your second half has started. Goal scorers for Rotherham, a Joe Rafferty own goal. For Borough, a David Raya own goal. For Forest, Glenn Murray. Wednesday, Callum Patterson. Luton, James Collins. Cardiff, Curtis Nelson and Kiefer Moore. Birmingham, Scott Hogan. Bournemouth, Arnott Danjuma. Brentford, Ivan Toney. Millwall, Kensahor. Ipswich, Alan Judge. Looks like they've kicked off in the game at Turf Moor, which we've got on the screen up there. Doesn't look like they have at Ipswich, unless my screen has frozen. No, it hasn't frozen. There we go. Robert, your legend. New month, new hope. That sounds like a Star Wars movie, doesn't it? Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Very kind. Thank you for the super chat. New hope in more ways than one with vaccines and things of that nature. Right. I'm getting lots of Twitter notifications that second halves are beginning. Let me know what is happening in your game. This is the Saturday Super Stream. Everything nicely poised. Can Brentford get a winning goal and push up the table? Can Bournemouth hang on in those playoff positions? Can Reading make a move? Looks like Alan McAnally has been completely caught out of Deepdale without his light on. Has there been another early goal, I wonder? That probably would have been quite funny. It's a shame I don't have the sound on that. A very early goal in the first half in this one. I think he's seen the funny side now rather than just yelling at the poor camera operative there. Doesn't look like anything of any consequence has happened, sadly. Burnley in danger of dropping into the relegation mix. Long way off, Ryan, aren't they? Long way off. 4-0 win incoming. Fingers crossed, box. Be nice, wouldn't it? What else have we got? Come on, you bees. Absolutely. Thompson coming on for Millwall. Thompson for Kieftenbeld, who we've heard may have been lucky to escape further punishment for a bad foul. So I think he was on a yellow, wasn't he? I've put the fan back on because it's boiling hot in here. Let me know if that fan is annoyingly loud there. No goals so far in the second half, which means I can dose up on a bit more of this carbonate stuff. I still haven't seen that Danjuma goal for Bournemouth. Can anyone tweet me the Danjuma goal? I pride myself on seeing every goal as we go. Let me know your expectations for the second half. Are you expecting your team to come through, or are you expecting things to get worse? Stephen says, come on, Borough, come on, Warnock. Harris on for Penny. Couple of subs in that Millwall Wednesday game. And it looks like, according to Gaza, they are off and running there. Doncaster have taken the lead in League One over Oxford. Ipswich about to kick off on the iFollow feed there. We're in that weird position as Ipswich fans where we not very sure about the manager. So every defeat, you kind of become less sure. Every win, you're like, well, I'm pleased that we won, but I'm not sure about the manager. So, yeah, an interesting situation. There is the goal for Doncaster, who are going to be pushing towards the automatics, aren't they? I think well up in the League One table. Ryan's expecting Bradley Dack later on. He's been eased back fairly cautiously by Mowbray. Iain is watching Rotherham. They have kicked off. Evans blasts over the bar for Millwall, tweets the Sheffield Wednesday admin. Burnley 0, Brighton 1. Brighton are in great form, actually, aren't they? And good news for our dearly departed, although it would need Fulham to do something against West Ham, who have punished all the bottom teams. Spurs to do something against West Brom. Here come Brighton on the attack, actually. He's just stretching there, Connolly, and puts it over the top. Doncaster on fire there. Shelby should have scored a fourth. Lock, yes, is watching Newcastle, Southampton. And it looks like Southampton has then immediately scored in that game. Paul Merson looking very excited on Sky Sports. I wonder if I can, or is that on BT? Wonder if I can catch that goal. I'm not sure I can. Never mind. Is it a good goal, or are they just surprised that there was a goal gone in whilst they were watching? James Ward-Prowse. May have been a silly free kick knowing James Ward-Prowse. Let me know if you saw that goal, because I didn't. He is the free kick guru, isn't he, Ward-Prowse? I've heard he takes 100 before breakfast every day. I just made that up. 47-11 gone at Ipswich on my iFollow feed. We're going to see a chance for Middlesbrough. Oh, God, they've missed a couple of good chances. Nearly an own goal by Yanel as well. Good goalkeeping by David Raya. A couple of really close calls for Borough. We saw one in the first half, didn't we, where Asombalonga had his shot tipped on to the post, and they've gone really close there as well, haven't they? So it's Newcastle 3, Southampton 2. Big, exciting load of goals in that game. And Jeff Hendrick has been red carded now for Newcastle. So things really getting interesting there. Thank you, Box. with the heads up. Corner for Ipswich. Let's have a look at this. In it goes from the right-hand side. Oh, big chance for Ipswich. It's 2-0. Ipswich have gone 2-0 up. It's a mistake on the near post. Luke Wolfenden has scored on the back post. The corner goes into the near post. It comes off a Blackpool head, and Wolfenden heads in. It's 2-0 to Ipswich. It goes into the near post, like I said. I think it's Medine, is it? Who gets the header on it. Or is he even playing? Goodness me, I don't know. There's a mistake there. And Ipswich have gone 2-0 up. Luke Wolfenden has scored for Ipswich, who are looking good for a win, dare I say it. And Burnley are about to equalise on my screen up here. Johan Goodmanson is going to score. McNeil, shot parried, and there is Goodmanson to stick it home for Burnley. Doncaster have also gone 3-1 up as well. So couple of goals now. Ipswich have gone 2-0 up. We always follow Ipswich because I support them. Not one of our championship teams or our dearly departed teams, but happy enough to see them going 2-0 up. Not such good news in the Premier League, with Burnley equalising through Goodmanson. It's going to add an extra point onto the gap that the dearly departed Fulham and West Brom and Sheffield United are chasing at the bottom. 53 gone in that game. Only 50 gone in the Ipswich game. Looks like Cardiff and Bristol City have only just kicked back off, unless that's an old notification that's just flashed up on my phone. What are we seeing from Luton and Huddersfield here? Pippa coming forward. Shoots from outside the box. Shoots across Sluga. Just bounces wide of the post there from Pippa, the Huddersfield right back. Luton leading 1-0 in that one. No goals in the Championship since half-time. Only one goal in any of our games since half-time. That was Luke Wolfenden scoring for Ipswich. They are 2-0 up over the Seasiders of Blackpool, but Glenn Murray has been brought down and Nottingham Forest have a penalty. Penalty for Forest, who are 1-0 up already. And they can put themselves right in the box seat for this one if they can score this penalty. Penalty for Forest at Wickham. Forest already a goal up in that one. We will find out imminently whether the penalty is converted. I think, if I'm right, the number is going to be 19 points from 10 games for Forest, and they have scored the penalty. Forest are 2-0 up, and QPR 1, Blackburn 0. Talk about a rising tide at the bottom. Rangers have been all about that recently, been in really, really decent form, and they have the lead as well. So Forest are now 2-0 up at Wickham. It never rains, but it pours. No goals for the first 10 minutes. And then we get 2 goals back to back. So it's Wickham 0, Forest 2, and Rangers 1, Blackburn 0. Both sides have been in good form in that game. Blackburn pushing towards the edge of the playoffs. But QPR, I think it's something like, is it 10 points in 4 potentially? And have Burnley scored or have they not? They've got the ball in the net, but it's been disallowed. Right, we're going to have a look at the Nottingham Forest goal. A long diagonal forward. Murray chests it down. Oh, dear. Glenn Murray is not quick, but he accelerates between the 2 Wickham defenders. And it's Murray himself, steps up from the spot. Allsop gets a hand to it, but Glenn Murray with a double. And the goal scorer for QPR is Johan Larbey. He's a centre-half, so we expect it might be a set play. We're now going to find out. QPR 1, Blackburn 0. Yes, it is indeed a set play. In from the left-hand side, goes loose. Oh, my God, absolute mess of a goal. So it goes loose. Larbey himself knocks it back. The next shot gets blocked and then comes back to Johan Larbey, who had it in the first instance, and he kind of scuffs it home from sort of 6 or 7 yards. QPR won't care. QPR 1, Blackburn 0. Let's see how that affects the live league table. Let's not, because it is Preston 0, Rotherham 2. Do I need to say rising tide again? I don't think I do I? Preston 0, Rotherham 2 on 55 minutes. The Millers, who are on fire at the moment, and this would be a 3rd straight away victory. Goodness me, Rotherham have gone 2-0 up over Preston. We'd heard that Rotherham had scored early in the first half and then kind of been clinging on, but they've gone 2-0 up now. Wing to Wiles, says the Preston Twitter. Let's find out. Yeah, Ben Wiles is the goal scorer. It looks like Lewis Wing is going to provide it. Giles Ladapo knocked across. It's a nice goal. Nicely created by Rotherham, and Ben Wiles gets on the end of the manoeuvre and sticks it in right-footed. Impressive stuff from Rotherham. Really, really is. They go 2-0 up. Sunderland have equalised over MK Dons. And wow, at the top of the table, Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 2. They've come from behind again. No matter what you throw at Brentford, early set play goal conceded in the last 2 games. Couple of big chances for Middlesbrough, but Brentford have the lead on 58 minutes. Brentford lead, really quick splurge of goals in the Championship. We're now looking at it. Sorensen comes forward from centre-back, clips it into the back post. Tony wins the header. Janel on the volley, lovely goal. It's direct, but it really is a nice goal. Neil Warnock will be furious about how there's not pressure on him for the first header. He nods it down. It's a good finish by Janel. It's not like he lashes it into the net and it's unstoppable, but he hits it really, really early and it angles down into the corner of the net. Good early finish by Janelt, and Brentford come from behind again. Now, can we have a look at the live league table? Because there's been 3 goals in very quick succession. 4, in fact. Murray putting Forest 2-0 up. Larbey putting Rangers 1-0 up. Wiles putting Rotherham 2-0 up. And Janelt putting Brentford 2-1 up. And I promise, let's now have a look at the live league table. I'll get to your comments. I can see them stacking up over in the comments. And that will put Brentford. So I'm just having a look at the Blackpool Ipswich game. Chris Maxwell, who did this for Preston a couple of years ago, has just come way out of his goal and brought down Troy Parrott and got booked there. Just amused me that it was the same player who'd done exactly the same thing in the same stadium a couple of years apart. Anyway, Brentford are now moving into second, and if it stays the same, they'll move within 1 point of Norwich and 1 point ahead of Swansea. And as I speak, Bournemouth have also come from behind, and Bournemouth lead against Birmingham. We can't keep up. We really can't. Bournemouth are about to jump to 47 points. If that stays the same, there's going to be a 7-point gap between... No. They've added the points on already. Tell a lie. There's a 5-point gap between Bournemouth and 6 and Borough outside of the playoffs. Jack Wilshere is the goal scorer. Brooks plays it wide to, I think, Smith. And Wilshere, lovely header. Loops the header into the far corner. Lovely goal by Jack Wilshere. Brentford have come from behind. Bournemouth have come from behind. I can't keep up with all the goals. And we still haven't looked at the bottom end of the table. Jack Wilshere, second goal for Bournemouth since his return. A few people questioned, would he still be up to it? Certainly is. Right, let's have a look down at the bottom of the table. Rotherham, 2 goals to the good. And Birmingham have just gone behind. So big action at the bottom of the table. Birmingham are now in the bottom 3 as things stand. Forest have gone 2 ahead. They're looking good for 17th. QPR are leading. They're looking good for 16th. All change at the bottom. The rising tide has sucked Birmingham potentially into the bottom 3. And finally, we'll get to your comments. Woof. Right. Let's have a look. What you're saying. Not looking good for Birmingham. Can't see Karanka lasting long now. Dave's been waiting for Derby to pop up a place. Daniel's very happy from a Bournemouth point of view. Good for you. Bournemouth has been a bad run for them. Yes, David's right, actually. It was in Paul Lambert's first... Was it his first game or was it his first week? I suppose it was his first game, wasn't it, if he was sat in the stands at Millwall? So nice synchronicity there. Thank you, Bournemouth. Now score Wednesday. Yes. There you go. What else have we got here? Come on, you bees. They've done it again. Coming back. Shame, as I was looking forward to Rotherham away next season. Yeah. May not be happening. Rotherham moving away. Brilliant by Lewis Wing, says Stephen, with a vested interest. Rotherham 2-0. They really are. Couple of teams really on great form in that bottom half. I'm talking QPR, I'm talking Rotherham, and I'm talking Forest. Really good points per game of late from all of those teams to just push the needle. And as I said, wow, they've done it again. Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 3. For the second game running, Brentford concede an early goal from a set play and then proceed to score 3 themselves. It's going to be, what is it, 20 unbeaten now? Or is it 19? I don't care. Brentford are on fire. And Brentford go 3-1 up on 64 minutes. We're now going to see the goal. And it's going to be a counter-attack here. Oh, no, it's going to be a mistake. McNair in the centre circle. Oh, no. Oh, no, McNair. I think it was McNair. Falls over. Oh, God, what a horrible goal. I think it's Mathias Jensen, isn't it? Gives the keeper the eyes, thinks he's going to play it through. Was it Paddy McNair that fell over? Let me double check so I'm not being unfair to him, but it's a horrible, horrible mistake. Yeah, McNair slips over. As Gary Neville said once in commentary, you never want to see the last man be on the ball. There always wants to be covering behind. And he slipped over. Wow. And Mathias Jensen dribbles through. He's quite clever, Jensen, because he keeps looking over at the Brentford player in support. I guess it was either Tony or Fosu. And then he just takes it around Bettinelli. It's 3-1. It's a horror goal for McNair, but there we go. Nathan, I can understand the frustration, Nathan, because Coventry have been playing well, but please can everyone at the bottom stop winning? Yes, Forest keep winning. Rotherham keep winning. QPR keep winning. Those 3 at the moment just doing ever so well. Derby had the run recently, but not so good the past. I think it's only 1 game, is it? Derby have lost. But, yeah, not good. The rising tide for Coventry. Go on, Bees. 3-1 Bees. They are incredible. At the moment, George, Villa fan, doesn't want to see Birmingham sink. Yeah, well said. Well said. Indeed. XM1R wants Maite on for Reading. They need a goal. Ings hits the post. Southampton looking to get that one back to 3-3. Newcastle 3, Southampton 2. Yes. Blame the problems with the pitch, but horrible moment for Paddy McNair. We are 63 up in the Ipswich game, 67 up in the Burnley game. Triple change for Blackburn on 62. They're 1 down at QPR. And loads of goals in quick succession there. On 49, Wolfenden for Ipswich. 54, Larbey for QPR. 55, both Wiles and Murray for Rotherham and Forest. 58, Brentford score. Janelt. 61, Bournemouth score. Wilshere. And Preston have just got one back. Preston scoring on 65. It's Preston 1, Rotherham 2. Now, squeaky bum time. Rotherham have got themselves 2 goals ahead. Preston have just pulled one back. Ched Evans has scored for Preston on 65 minutes. Rotherham looked like they were away and clear. Didn't sound like a 2-0 game from what we were hearing, and Preston have got it back. And Birmingham have equalised. Wow. 68, an equaliser for Birmingham. That game's ebbed and flowed. Birmingham led. Bournemouth equalised. Bournemouth took the lead. Now Birmingham themselves have equalised on 68. You just can't read the bottom of the table. Scott Hogan is now on a hat-trick. Hogan, brother, gets his second goal. Sky are on an ad break, so we'll catch up with both of those goals in a minute. But let's go to my favourite place, which is the current live table, and we're going to look at the bottom because Rotherham now at risk if Preston can score again. Rotherham will obviously drop below Birmingham in the table, who have just equalised. Many moving parts in this, and of course Birmingham's equaliser pops Derby back down into the bottom 3. How many teams have been in that 22nd spot over the last 69 minutes or however many we have played? Incredible stuff at the bottom of the championship, all over the place. And Buemo on for Kanyos. Thanks, Paula. And Buemo not started the past couple of games, has he? Preston goal, get in there, says Dan. Dak is on for Blackburn. Blackburn fans have been waiting for that one. Burnley slightly on top versus Brighton. I think this one ends 1-1. And at the bottom of the table, Millwall now lead against Sheffield Wednesday. Millwall lead 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. Where's my live league table? I think that puts Wednesday in the shtuck now. They drop back, obviously, onto 26 points. Millwall lead. Scott Malone, who scored against Huddersfield the other week for Millwall. It is all over the place. Sorry, Sky is still on an ad break. There's been 3 championship goals gone in during Sky's ad break. Some bad timing there. Scott Malone has scored for Millwall. Scott Hogan has scored for Birmingham. And Ched Evans has scored for Preston. Let's see which goal they go to first. Goodness me. I told you they won't all win. They're all leading at one point, all these bottom half teams, but a few pegs back here. I think we're going to see Scott Hogan's goal first. So it's Bournemouth 2, Birmingham 2. It's going to be crossed in left-footed from the right-hand side and a little glancing header. Would you believe it? Millwall have just gone 3-1 up, by the way. We're going to have to see 2 Millwall goals. Millwall have scored twice in a minute, and that might well put Sheffield Wednesday to bed. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Luke Jeffcott, who scores every Saturday Super Stream. Literally every single one. Jeffcott scores for Plymouth. There is the Jeffcott goal. And Saturday Super Stream bingo is at it again. Jeffcott scores for Plymouth. In joke there. He always scores. Let's see the Preston goal now. Short corner. Swung in right-footed. Evans strong with Johansson. Johansson doesn't dominate Evans like he probably should there. And Evans can put the loose ball in. So we're now just waiting to see 2 goals for Millwall. Malone on 68, Thompson on 69. Bang, bang, as Mick Foley would say. 2 quick goals for Millwall. Right, we're going to see both, I hope. Malone on 68, Thompson on 69. Decisive minute there in this game. I'm assuming this is the first one. Jake Cooper, Scott Malone. Wow, it looked like he never had control of that. Kind of juggles the ball in, and in the end slams it in on the volley. It's a good goal. I didn't think he was going to get it under for the entire manoeuvre. Bodvarsson out to Thompson. Oh, it's a complete fluke. It's a cross, isn't it? Surely that's a cross. Ben Thompson walks away. I think he's grinning, but that's a cross. Come on, anybody watching that one? Who cares? Millwall go 3-1 up. I tell you who cares. Wednesday, friends, because Wednesday are 3-1 down. And let's have another look at the live league table. So Wednesday, 2 goals back. Look like they're going to be 4 points adrift. Birmingham currently have a point on the board. Remember, Birmingham are now 4 points clear. About 10 minutes ago, Birmingham were in the bottom 3. This is like the last day of last season when Swansea took over Forest from way back. Now, Luton 1, Huddersfield 1. I believe I saw a Forest goal as well into the bargain. I think Forest might have gone 3-0 up. I think there's been 2 quick goals there. Yes, Knockout has scored for Forest. They are 3 up against Wycombe. And Huddersfield have equalised against Luton. Knockout on 72 for Forest puts them 3-0 up. Huddersfield equalised. Don't know the goal scorer yet. Let me just check my banner because there's been a whole ton of goals and I probably haven't updated it in 5 minutes. Naby Sarr is the goal scorer for Huddersfield. This banner's missing about 5 goals on it. Goodness me. Luton 1, Millwall 3. God, I'm about 5 goals behind. We're going to see the Knockout goal. If I avert my gaze, Knockout coming in from the right-hand side. Oh, great finish. Slams it in first time. Excuse me. With the left foot. Classic Knockout inverted winger goal. He's been doing that for years. And we're just waiting for the Naby Sarr goal, which we're now going to see on Sky. I can't find my drink. It's going to be a free kick in from the left from Bakuna, I think. And Sarr puts it in. Not great defending by Luton there. Felt like the keeper could have kept hold of that. But Sarr, who's always good from a set play, taps in from close range. I can't keep up. For goodness sake, we have had a ton of goals. Let me give you a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the second half. We're about 2 per game, I think, all over the place. There they all are. There are many. It's been a very busy afternoon on the Super Stream. I think we've got a lull. Let's have a look at the comments. There's a big meal from Steve Morrison. 1-1 Luton. Bees. Chris says, deserved bit of fortune. The third, but Wednesday done nothing this half. Preston triple sub says Dan, Sinclair Potts and DJ. I don't know how to do weird things in stream, so I'm happy updating. It's always fun. Gotta love this league, haven't you, Just Dave? Right, Vandenberg comes on for Preston now. His debut after Ben Davis leaves for Liverpool. He's come in on loan. Millwall impressing. It is a streak. Millwall have a streak of their own. If they do win this one, they're 2 goals to the good. They're going to be 5 unbeaten. Bournemouth. Bournemouth have taken the lead on 77. That game's been all over the show. Both sides have led. It's obviously been level, and now Bournemouth lead again. Bournemouth 3, Birmingham 2. We'll find out the goal scorer. 77th minute, that one. Bournemouth were behind 1-0. They were 2-1 up. So they have been in the lead and not held on to it in this match. But Bournemouth have now gone 3-2 up. Let's have a look at the top 6 positions, which does mean that that 5-point gap is re-established by Bournemouth. We're now going to see the goal. Was that Phil Billing at the back post, or had the free kick already gone over the line? Billing's got the goal. I'm guessing it would have been Stanislas who put the free kick in, assuming he's come on, or Dan Juma. It was a right footer, so it's probably Stanislas, but pass. I only saw it out the corner of my eye. Anyway, Billing stuck it in from on the goal line virtually. And Bournemouth, Jonathan Woodgate's Bournemouth at the moment, have the lead again. And I am knackered trying to keep up with all of this. Goodness me. Nathan says, Bournemouth, thank you so much. Oh, goodness me. Daniel says, thank God. Well, they've thrown away the lead already in this game. Let's see. Thrown away. It's not fair. I'm not watching the game. I can't say that without context. But there we go. Amazing pass from James Garner that led to the Forest goal, says Joel, cutting in from the left-hand side across on the ground for Knockhart to finish off. Let's turn the fan off. The noise is annoying me, even if not you guys. Woof. Looks like Burnley are pushing in the Burnley-Brighton game in the Premier League. Ipswich still lead 2-0 with 75 gone. They have a corner in that one. Our Premier League dearly departed games. Villa played earlier. They won 1-0 against Arsenal. Fulham play West Ham, I think, at 5:30. And do Spurs and West Brom play tonight? I think they do. Leeds play Palace on Monday night. Maybe West Brom and Spurs is tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. But no 3 p.m. dearly departed games today. Here come Borough on Sky Sports. Saville. Oh, he's got to score that. Big chance. He hits it really well, but not in the corner. And Raya has actually made a couple of good saves after his erroneous moment earlier in the game. The own goal from David Raya. Thank you, Night Shift. So West Brom play tomorrow then at midday. Thank you, JR, as well. Here come Brighton. Into the box. That's going to be no good. Flipped up in the air when they had a possible good moment there. Interesting one. Stoke 0, Reading 0. I wonder if Reading can pull something out. It's been that kind of season for them. They've played their form really well, haven't they? SX M1R agrees with me. Score a goal, Reading. There you go. Hal says, first Borough goal looked like a foul on Raya. We've been here before with Raya, though, haven't we, Hal? Maybe he needs to, like your bicep there, maybe he needs to get in the weight room. But it doesn't matter, Hal, because your boys have just gone 4-1 up. Brentford are careering towards the top of the table. It is Brentford now 4-1 up at Middlesbrough. And let me remind you, they were 1-0 down. What a tear Brentford are on. Just sensational. 20 games unbeaten. Switch of play over on the right. It's Mbuemo's come on as a sub. Mbuemo cuts in. Left foot, cut back. Rico Henry. Oh, it hits the bar. And Mbuemo with the follow-up. It's a big mess. Tony with the header deflected in. If Rico Henry had scored, it would have been a hell of a goal because he backheeled it across with his right foot, hit the bar with his left foot. Borough's defenders just looked out on their feet in the end. It goes back in And guess who scored for Plymouth, guys? Luke Jeffcott, again, scoring for Plymouth. His 5 millionth Superstream goal this season. Portsmouth 0, Plymouth 2. I think we might going to get to see it from Guy Havard. Jeffcott, someone in the Championship, sign him. He's a goal machine. Come on, Sky, let's see the goal. Plymouth coming away down the right-hand side, low cross. Jeffcott, 3 yards out, boom. Jeffcott 2 goals, Ivan Toney 2 goals. The goal machines are at it today, aren't they? Boom. And Brentford for sure now, well, never say never in the Championship, but Brentford surely moving into second, 1 point behind Norwich with a game in hand, protecting a 20-game undefeated streak. They are in fantastic shape. Brentford, so impressive from the Bees. Super Bees. Yes, they are indeed. Brentford looking really, really strong. Can Bees go straight up with Swan? Starting to have doubts about the Canaries. Just remember, Mr. Buendia will return for Norwich in the next game, and you know what that means when the Championship is concerned. Brentford are a goal machine and just a football machine at the moment, aren't they? Sensational. Pee Wee Herman says Forrest was linked with Jeffcott in the window. Someone needs to sign him, although he's amusing me every super stream by scoring. Luke Jeffcott of Plymouth, who looks quite the player, doesn't he? Jay, 3-2 down. Karenka brings on a defender with 2 strikers on the bench. Sack him now. Dyke's down with a head injury. We hope he's okay. We hope that's S-Housery and not a bad injury, obviously, for Lyndon Dykes there. QPR are leading and they're on quite the run as well. Rangers. We're coming into Muller time now, aren't we? Sort of last 5 minutes of normal time. We don't, frankly, need Muller time. By the way, can anyone give me any numbers on Ivan Toney? Because if I remember correctly, he didn't score for the first couple of games. He must have something like 22 goals in 24 games or something. I'm going to bring it up myself. Just an incredible first Championship season for Ivan Toney, who has scored twice again today. Let me bring that up for you guys, just so you can see. 2 goals for Toney today. There it is on the split screen. So Toney's got 6 goals in his last 3, but he did not score in 1, 2. So he didn't score in his first 2 games. So assuming he's played all the others, I think he's got 22 now in 24, Toney. That's it up there, and 6 in the last 3. Look at that. He even had a goal drought there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even went 7 without a goal, Toney. So it's going to be a Kevin Phillips-like season from Ivan Toney if he can stay fit. I won't even say fit and in form, because you know Brentford will provide him the chances. And they've just done incredible, haven't they, to replace 25 million quid or whatever Watkins went for. Ipswich nearly went 3-0 up there. Goodness, can't believe what I'm saying. Right. Toney off for force. He's not going to get a hat-trick today, but Ivan is on track for 35 goals. God, yeah. Glenn Murray, last player to score 30, Hal. We're looking then at Lee Hughes, who scored 32, I think, for West Brom, but no one will ever get near Guy Whittingham's 42 for Pompey in 1993. And if you want to see a great video on Championship top scorers, I made one. So go and check it out. I wonder where Ivan Toney's going come in on that list now. 22 already. And we have still 19 games to play. Wow. So Tony only needs to score 8 goals in the remaining 19 games to get to 30. And as Hal points out, he would be the first guy, got Guy Whittingham on the grain, the first player to do that since Glenn Murray for Palace. Remember, Glenn Murray only scored 1 in about the last 10. He should have got more than 30, shouldn't he? Bit of a slowdown for him and Palace in that season. Pompey have got it back for 2-2, despite Luke Jeffcott's best efforts. There's been no goals in the Championship now for a whole 5 minutes. Goodness me. Victory Rose. There goes Benjamin Bloom. I must remember to thank him. He knows I likes my office quotes there. Thank you, Victory Rose. A very, very kind £10 super chat, you legend. Very, very kind. And who says Dolly Parton's just a big pair of... Thank you, Victory Rose. Still time for Force to make it 5. Don't be selfish, Darren. Come on. Take your 4-1. Tony says this Borough game is the sort of game Brentford would have lost in previous seasons. They looked like they were going to 1-0 down, wouldn't they? You could say a lot of that. I'm the dude, says Pookie didn't score a pen in his season. So? Who cares? Dear oh me. A goal is a goal is a goal. You don't get bonus points for not scoring penalties. That's his fault for not taking them, eh? Free shot from 12 yards. Although Glenn Murray did score a load of penalties. Do you remember I'm the dude, Andrew Johnson for Palace? He got about 15 penalties in one season, didn't he? Ho-hum. All counts towards the totals, doesn't it? Although, as I always say, my smarter than me data analytics guy says when you're judging a player, don't add penalties on because they don't tell you anything about in-game. Because essentially a penalty is not in-game, is it? It's a free shot from 12 yards. But yes, Pookie was sensational in 18-19, wasn't he? He started scoring in September and he never missed. Oh, Preston have not equalised. I thought they had. Scott Sinclair has the ball in the net. Noah says, not looking forward to this. Will be about 5 minutes of extra time. You tell me, guys, are we going to get a stoppage time goal anywhere? We've been spoilt already with goals. We don't need one. We're normally praying, for goals. But they've just gone to Johnny Phillips at QPR. 88 on the clock there. I should reset. I haven't done it for ages, have I? Excuse me. Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Swansea 2, Norwich 0 last night. Coventry 0, Watford 0 earlier on. Borough 1, Brentford 4. Wow. Stoke 0, Reading 0. Bournemouth 3, Birmingham 2. Rangers 1, Blackburn 0. Bristol City 0, Cardiff 2. Preston 1, Rotherham 2. Barnsley and Derby postponed waterlogged pitch. Luton 1, Huddersfield 1. Millwall 3, Wednesday 1. Wickham 0, Forest 3. Ipswich 2, Blackpool 0. That is where we're at. There are still games that could be decided by a late goal. I'm talking Stoke Reading, Bournemouth, Birmingham. There's only 1 goal in. QPR Blackburn, there's only 1 goal in. Preston Rotherham, the same. Luton Huddersfield is level. And that's all of our games that could be changed with the outcome, or the outcome could be changed with a late goal. We're into stoppage time in some of our games. Liam, thank you. A $1.99 super chat. He's on the beers already at 4:49. What do we always say, Liam? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You don't have to go far to find 5 o'clock. Just across a little bit. Millwall 4, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Some of my Millwall friends told me we'll tonk somebody soon. They have today. Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall go 4-1 up. Gary Rowett team scoring 4 goals. Who'd have thunk it? And we do get a late goal, a 90th minute goal, although it didn't have a lot riding on it. Millwall were already 3-1 up. Millwall go 4-1 up. Big win for the Lions of Millwall today. Sheffield Wednesday, bad news, especially because as it stands, Rotherham are leading, QPR are leading, Forest are 3-0 up. We're going to see the Millwall goal here. Does that take a deflection? Who scored that? I don't even recognise the player. Is that Marlon Romeo grown his hair out? Marlon Romeo scored, was it? Who scored for Millwall? Someone let me know. Can anybody tell? Yeah, thank you. Has he grown his hair out, Gazza? I was like, I do not recognise that goal scorer. Romeo is the goal scorer. There. Woof. I wanted to read that comment up there about Alan Lee. There you go. People used to try and undercut Alan Lee's stats because he scored some penalty. I've seen people try and undercut Cristiano Ronaldo's stats, like his greatness is diminished by scoring penalties. There you go. We are deep into stoppage time. 93 minutes played at Luton. They're showing us a clip. Oh, God, are we going to get a red card coming out here? Looks like we are. A red card. Who's that been sent off? I couldn't quite catch that. Richard Keogh doth protest a lot. There are times on the current games. Let me go by round so you can see all of them. So we are into stoppage time on every game at the moment. No full times coming through yet. The game we watched in the Premier League, Harry Toffolo, that's bad news for Huddersfield because he's been a really good player for them, really balances them up at left back, and it looks like a straight red for serious foul play. So he's going to be suspended for 3 games, is Toffolo. Let me know as the full times start to come through. And are we going to get a super late goal? Almost seems like stoppage time goals are more likely when we have fans in stadiums, doesn't it? It's like it puts the extra onus on. Right. Full times now coming through. Bournemouth 3, Birmingham 2 is a full time. Bad news for Birmingham as the tide rises at the bottom of the table. Do Birmingham keep slipping down? They are in the bottom 3 unless Preston can score against Rotherham. There's the live league table. Let's leave it on there and see if anything switches around. But it's a bad day, bad day for Birmingham today. They're going to have played the most games as well out of that bottom 5 with 28 played. It is full time. Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 4. What else can you say? I don't know. What stat do you want me to use? 5 wins in 6, 20 games undefeated, top scorer in the league. Ivan Toney, 22 goals in 24 games. What else do you want me to say? Brentford are really good. There you go. Stoke 0, Reading 0. Reading keep it tight. Reading's next game, Brentford at home, though. So context is king with that one. 0-0 final score. Wycombe 0, Forest 3 is full time now. Forest, 19 points in the last 10 games. Forest very much moving in the right direction. Yes, they are only 4 points above the drop zone, but looking very, very good. Owen, you made it, buddy, over in Oz. Thank you very, very much. And a super chat from him. We'll drink to you, fella. Thank you very much. Go and get some sleep. Luton 1, Huddersfield 1. Bad news for Luton. They're conceding in the second half. Bad news for Huddersfield. Collateral on that game is Toffolo, suspended now for 3 games. Millwall 4, Wednesday 1 is a full-time score. Millwall are in form at last. We've waited and waited and waited for them. 5 undefeated for Millwall now and 9 points in the last 5. They're trending in the right direction finally. And Ken Zahor scored. Sheffield Wednesday are still second from bottom. Their points per game is good, but to keep repeating and repeating and repeating, the tide is rising. Wednesday hadn't reckoned on Derby's recent run, Rotherham's incredible recent run, Coventry over a lot of games have been hitting a point per game. And now, look, QPR off into the distance if they can hold on, and Forest as well in good form. That does not bode well for Sheffield Wednesday. Not for Sheffield Wednesday so much, but Birmingham and Wycombe now 12 points adrift. At the bottom, we're still waiting for a couple of full-time scores. Let me tell you which ones they are. If I hit refresh on the right window and don't dump you all out of the chat, which I've done many times before. So it looks like we're way behind at Bristol City. They're not even in stoppage time yet in Bristol City, although they're 2 goals back. We're in stoppage time at Preston Rotherham and QPR Blackburn. Only 1 goal in both of those games, though. Full time. Rotherham, tip your cap, take a bow, Rotherham. 3rd straight away win, I believe, for Rotherham. They are in brilliant form. Well played, Paul Warren. And when we're talking about Rotherham, just remember that they actually make a profit as well. QPR 1, Blackburn 0, full time there. So 2 teams that both deserve a tip of a cap there. QPR and Rotherham, both in really, really good form. Rotherham, look at that. I don't think they've added on the win there. Already 10 points in 5. So it's going to be 13 points from 6 games for Rotherham. And for QPR, 12 points in the last 5 for QPR. Both of those teams really, really raising the level for everybody down there at the bottom of the table. I think now we are just waiting for those 2 games. No, QPR's done. We're just waiting for Bristol City Cardiff. So I think we can go ahead and not assume that Bristol City are not going to score 2 goals against the Mick McCarthy team in stoppage time. Although I'm an Ipswich fan, so I know all about this because Brentford did in 2015-16 season. Nerd alert there. So let's have a look at some of your comments before we finish up. Second successive double, Derby and then Preston. Well done, Iain. Well done, Rotherham. What else are we saying? UR's good win for Noah. Steve is singing Millwall songs. Lovely stuff. And I think we are all there. So the big story today, Brentford move into 2nd place there. Sensational form continues with a 4-1 comeback win over Middlesbrough. Bournemouth hanging around in the top 6. They win under Jonathan Woodgate. And we now do have a 5-point gap. We don't like it this way. It can be a bit boring. 5-point gap between 6th and 7th. Are the playoff teams locked in already with 18 games to go for 5th, 6th and 7th? We will see. Defeats today for Borough and Blackburn. Stoke drawing. Stoke 1 win in 14 for Stoke. Bristol City going to be a 3rd straight defeat once that one finishes. Preston lose to inform Rotherham. Barnsley postponed. My team Ipswich all over there. Ipswich have got a win in League One. First win in a while for Paul Lambert there. Unhelpful draw for Luton and Huddersfield, who are both trending downwards as the tide rises down at the bottom. Big tip of the cap for Forest, QPR and Rotherham in the bottom half. That leaves Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday and Wycombe in the bottom 3. Guys, I am absolutely knackered. That was more goals than we knew. Can you even see that with the lights? More goals than we knew what to do with today in the Super Stream. So I am going to thank you all for watching. We're going to be here tomorrow for the review show, which I think I've got scheduled for 10:30. So unless I drink too much and this evening and get up late, join me at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the Championship. Again, I'm on Blue Monday duty tomorrow night. So that'll be it for me tomorrow. There won't be any watch-alongs tomorrow because I want to actually talk to my dogs and my missus during the day at some point tomorrow and have a relax. So if you want to hear me talk about Ipswich, I'll be on Blue Monday tomorrow night. Then on Monday, check out tribalfootball.com for my championship column there. We're going to be starting a new Heroes and Villains video on Monday. So I'll put the shout out for that very, very soon as well. Thank you as ever. Loads of super chats today. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. And of course, thank you to our sponsor, David, fan of the channel, happy to support great content. Enjoy your Saturday evening. If you're going to watch more football, Fulham and West Ham is coming up on Sky. Enjoy that one. Come on, the dearly departed. I'm behind Fulham on that one. I have to not leave my bias at the door. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Oh, and all that remains for me to say is over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.